Hello, and welcome back to another stream of the ultimate hardcore shiny Manectric hunt. My name is Ectric, and we are here in what is our very first dedicated shiny hunting stream in this series. It has been a while. We've gone through 7 whole streams of playing through some hardcore nuzlocking of Emerald. We finally were able to beat it at the end of last stream, and we are now here able to get some shiny hunting going. We have 50 encounters so far, although that's encounters for just Manectric and Ectric. So we have to, I think I'm going to increase it to just all encounters. I think that's cleaner. But I hope you're excited for that. And if you are, consider liking and subscribing if you haven't already. It really helps the channel. You'll be able to catch every single stream of every series that we do as they come out. You'll have a wonderful time doing it. But welcome to the stream, Bruce. Glad to see you. Hope you're doing well, my friend. We are just getting started with this stream. My controller is absolute garbage, so it's going to keep cutting in and out, unfortunately. But we're going to do our best. And I hope you're doing well. So, like I said, we're going to increment all of the encounters this time, and I will go back to last stream and add in the extra ones. So we are a little undercounting it. It's probably closer to 100 right now, but I am going to be counting all of the encounters today. How have you been, Bruce? Glad to see you. So, I actually was able to finally get some time to stream a bit earlier today. Obviously, it's not early, but we are streaming not at midnight, so it's a good start. Slow down, welcome to the stream. This snail wishes you good luck. Thank you so much, Slow Down. I appreciate you. Hope you're having a wonderful day, and hope to entertain you tonight. We're just going to be doing some chatting while I do some shiny hunting. Because, you know, it's going to be a while. Full odds and all that. So, anyone have any predictions on exactly when you think we're going to be getting this encounter? Or when we're going to be getting this shiny? And whether we'll phase or not? Because there is a pretty good chance we'll phase. We only have probably around a 50% chance of getting a shiny on the correct 2 encounters. So I'm thinking we'll probably be in somewhere like the 4,000s by the time we finally get this. I feel like we're going to be somewhat over odds. Or actually, well, that's under odds, technically, because this is 8192 still, so I think we'll still be, like, under odds, but it'll be, like, not a super quick one. That's my guess, at least, though. I have had pretty crap luck lately in shinies, so... EnzoCraft, welcome to the stream! So glad to see you. How have you been? Hope you're all having a wonderful Tuesday night. I am currently now 10 encounters in. No shinies. How dare they? But if you've seen my shiny hunting streams lately, I've been in a bit of a drought. I'm over 1,100 eggs on my Masuda hunt for Talonflame, and still nothing. And in Legends Arceus, I think the last stream I did, I only had maybe 1 shiny. And that game is pretty easy to get shinies in, so... What's this game? It is Pokemon Emerald. We're doing Emerald today, and we are doing some shiny hunting for Manectric. And we shall see how long it takes. Your shiny will be within the next 200 Pokemon guaranteed based on the wins, Jupiter's orbit, and the fact that I'm full of it. Welcome to the stream, Tanner. I hope you're right. 200 encounters would not be bad for this. That would be an incredibly short hunt. Sounds cool? Yeah, yeah. For those of you who are not familiar with this series, Ectric more like Manectric, D's nuts. D's nuts. Alright, welcome to the stream, John. Glad to have you. Hope you've been well. But yeah, for those of you who do not know the rules of this stream series, it is this. We are basically doing a hardcore nuzlocke of every single Pokemon game that you can get a Manectric in until you can get the Manectric. Sorry about that. But yeah, so we're hardcore nuzlocking up until the point where we can get a Manectric, whether it's by trade or by catching it in the wild, whatever that is. And then after that, we shiny hunt it. And if we lose the hardcore nuzlocke, we have to start over, keep going until we get that hardcore nuzlocke done, and then we are all set to go shiny hunting. So we got through Emerald in our first run, which was awesome. And then we are now just starting the hunt. So we have a while, I'm sure. This is probably going to be a multi-stream hunt. I have a feeling. I've got a feeling. Nuzlocke's cool. Yeah, I like doing Nuzlocks. The only problem I have with this series is that half the time it's a Nuzlocke, half the time it's a shiny hunting series. And right now I've got a bunch of shiny hunts already going on my channel, and I feel like I need a little bit more of a balance between the shiny hunting and the like either regular playthroughs of Pokemon or nuzlocking. I'm right now coding a Discord bot, so that's so overcomplicated because I decided to go the hard way instead of the easy way. Nice. I always love overcoding things. But welcome to the stream, Zachary. Appreciate you being here. What are you trying to code it to do right now? Yeah, I'm a bit of a coder myself. Although I haven't done any Discord bot coding before, so I'm not experienced in that. Most of my coding is like making, like, program stuff. Oh, there's a chance to get pickly on here, huh? Trying to code it to instant delete all the inappropriate messages. Oh wow, so you're using it like a banned list or something? It does sound like there already exists that type of thing. So I understand, but like sometimes it's just more fun to try and implement it your own way. Then you know it works exactly the way where you want it to, or it doesn't and it's your own fault. Plus, you get to put in the effort of like doing a fun project. So I definitely get that. For example, here with my counter here where it keeps incrementing. I'm pretty sure there is a way to just, within OBS, figure out exactly how to get a counter to keep going up throughout multiple streams, but I instead decided to have it read a text file that I wrote a program that will read my keystrokes and automatically update the text file each time I press that keystroke. So, a little bit of a roundabout way, probably more work on my end, but it was more fun also, so can't really complain. Plus, it works pretty well. Some of the buttons that I added for, like, updating the counters don't really work that well, or at all, but it's fine. I also have access to the config file, so I can always just mess with that instead. You know, hard code the information, because it's just a text file as well. Oops. But how was everyone's Tuesday? How was your day today? Mine was pretty good. Had a thing at like a meeting at work pretty early, so I decided to just work from home today. Well, actually, originally the plan was to work from home in the morning and then go to work in the afternoon. But I had done that yesterday, and it didn't seem like it was worth it. So I ended up just working from home fully today, and I'm just gonna go in all day tomorrow. I don't really have much going on in the lab that I need to get done, so most of the work I'm doing can be done at home. But I like to you know, make an appearance fairly often, just not have it be too much work from home. But today was a pretty chill day. I also went and got my car inspected, which took a little while, but it was alright. And we went apple picking over the weekend, so I had a bunch of apples today. So I'm very full because of all the apples. They're really good apples, though. Oh my goodness. Apple picking is the best. It just, like, fresh apples, there's nothing like it. I'm not usually a fruit eater, but, like, when there are fresh apples, I just can't help myself. It's just so good. Just try turning my volume up and hit airplane mode. Whoops. I hate it when you press the wrong button. Pull the lever, Kronk! Wrong lever! Feels something like that. Also, thank you so much for 4 likes already, everyone. We've been going for very, very short amount of time, and we've already gotten some likes on the channel. I really appreciate all of your support, and I hope you will continue enjoying these streams, because I have such fun doing them. I really enjoy streaming. I loved doing videos back in the day. Not that this is a forever gone thing. I've talked about this before, but I am planning on doing more video series in the future. But back in the day when I was just doing video series, it was like a lot of fun. But like, you can't really replace the instant connection you get when you're live streaming with chat. Plus, it's nice not to have to do so much editing afterwards after you record, because like streaming, it's a little bit, you know, a little bit more stress because there's no way you can go back and fix something, but at the same time, it also means that, you know, you don't have to go back and edit afterwards. So I mean, it has its pros and cons. Obviously, with streaming, you have to do it at the time that people are there to watch, but it also means that is the only time you're spending on whatever piece of content, whereas with a script or with a video, you could record whenever you want. If I wanted, I could record at 3 in the morning when very few people would still be awake to watch, but then you'd also have to you know, go back and edit it and spend some time on that, and that can be kind of time consuming. So overall, I'm enjoying streaming a lot. Okay. We're getting encounters pretty quickly, at least, which is nice. Compared to the Masuda method in Sword and Shield, it is going quicker with the counter, at least. We've already done 40 encounters in less than 15 minutes, whereas to get 40 encounters, it would take a better part of half an hour using Masuda. Ectric, life for me lately has been upside down and down bad, but wanted to let you know I'm going to lurk for now and relax with you. Hope your week has been much better than mine. I'm sorry to hear that, Nicholas, but I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for joining the stream, and I hope that your week turns around, because you deserve it. But I appreciate you hanging out and relaxing with me. I hope that I will be able to, if not help you out with, you know, with anything, then at the very least take your mind off of things and help cheer you up a bit. But I hope you're doing all right in the grand scheme of things, and appreciate you. Lately, for the channel, I've been meaning to go back and pull some more clips from some of the more recent streams that I've done. Obviously, I've done some shorts that have been from that, and it's just been mostly about, mostly just been like me going and saying, okay, I want this specific clip, let me pull it and then make it on the spot, versus what I, in the past have done where I pull all the clips, I make them, and then I just post them once they're all pre-made, and I just pick from my overwhelming stock of shorts. But I want to get back to doing that because I want to have a good stock of them and just be able to knock them out real quick, as opposed to doing it, you know, one by one and not getting any automation out of it. Appreciate that sincerely. To be honest, I'm not doing okay, but you don't have to worry. Genuinely, we will come on streams to chill. Alright, well, I really do hope that I can at least cheer you up, Nicholas, and that things turn around in the future. Hope everything's okay. Oops. Come on, there we go. The stupid controller, if you, like, look at it wrong, it all of a sudden decides, yeah, I'm not going to work anymore. I'm going to disconnect. Thank you very much. Go. Love that. Plan on focusing more on my business because, I don't know, it's just really fun to build up with time. Absolutely, yeah. I mean, just, you know, obviously gotta worry about paying the bills and all that stuff, but other than that, work on whatever you're passionate about. That's what I do with this channel, so it's much more just, you know, trying to make sure that you're enjoying life and getting the most out of life and making yourself happy and hopefully making others happy in the process as well. That's what I really think it comes down to in the end. Obviously, you need to make sure you're able to survive and able to not have to worry about any sort of, you know, of the basic needs. But after that, it should just be about trying to find happiness in whatever you're doing, find things that you're passionate about, find things that you enjoy doing, and do them as much as possible, assuming that they don't harm anyone else. Obviously, if they harm someone else, then, you know, your right to swing your arm stops at my stops the second your fist comes near my face. But up until that point, swing away. And I really feel like people kind of lose sight of that, and the grind to get, like, specifically money becomes the only goal in life. And I mean, if you truly find, you know, passion and enjoyment out of trying to get as much money as possible, then, I mean, go for it, as long as you're not hurting anyone else in the process. But, you know, some people kind of lose the plot and just say, alright, I'm gonna do this at the expense of my happiness and my passion. I just need to get more money. And it's, at a certain point, it's like, you know, why are you even trying to get more money? You have enough money to survive and be able to fund whatever lifestyle you're looking to live. Why are you trying to get more? Wish more people had the push to actually go for what they want in life and not what society says is the safe route. I mean, I completely agree. I also wish that society allowed people to not take the safe route more easily. Because a lot of the time, people take the safe route because otherwise they're risking not being able to feed their family at the end of the day. Or they're risking not having a roof over their head at the end of the night. People who go only for money are sussy bakas. Yeah, that's what I was exactly good. I was going to use those exact words, Nicholas. Sussy bakas was exactly what I was going to say. But yeah, it's, you know, obviously if you have to work forever and just keep grinding at your job because otherwise you would not be able to survive, then obviously that should be the case, and I completely get your decisions. I wish you didn't have to make that choice. Can we just take a second to realize the monstrosity of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet's legendaries? I think they look cool, personally. I like them. I'm still leaning towards Violet in the end, at the end of the day, but I think they both look good, and I'm going to be getting both. The legendary gives me energy like they aren't actual legendaries. Yes, yeah, that is the one thing I will say, is that because they're also like the ride Pokemon, they don't feel like legendaries, and they might actually not be legendaries. They might be more like partner Pokemon or something like that. I don't even know. I have a feeling there will be this huge reveal. Yeah, maybe they're like thought of as the legendaries, but they end up not being the legendary, and it like something else is the legendary that the story foretold about or something like that. That could be cool. And then they have like imposter syndrome, but they have to like take on the legendaries because the legendaries turn out to be evil or something like that, and that's like the darkest part of the story is like the legendaries end up getting turned up and like revived or something like that, or broken out of like whatever containment that they were in, and our legendaries have to take help us with the help of our team, have to take them down, like their counterparts that are the real legendaries. Just like how Ultra Necrozma was hidden from us. I love Sun and Moon / Sun and Ultra Moon so much I need to replay that game again. I need to play through those games and actually like complete the Pokedex and stuff. I think I'm going to start a series, actually starting tomorrow, where I'm going to play through the games and like just try and complete the Pokedex in each of the generations. I'm going to start with the remakes to Gen 4, so with Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. I'm going to start my new save tomorrow in Shining Pearl and play through them and try and get fill out the Pokedex and stuff in them, because I really want to go through every game, look at every nook and cranny, go into all the different towns and talk to all the townspeople and stuff like that. I feel like that'd be so much fun to like treat each of the games as if it's a new one and like explore as if it's a new game. I think that could be a fun thing, because I love just exploring. That's probably part of my favorite thing of these Pokemon games, is just exploring all of the different areas, learning about the map and stuff like that, getting familiar with the map, and catching all the different Pokemon and seeing what they look like and such. Just realized Professor Oak's Nidorino has the cry of a Nidorina. Oh, interesting. It sounds like it'd be a really fun journey to go. I'm excited for that. Yeah! Planning on doing it tomorrow night. We'll be back at the later time for streams, so unfortunately if you're not able to make it to those like late night streams, then you might have to go back and watch it. But I'm gonna be starting the new Shining Pearl file, and I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play through until I can trade away in the first run, so I can get Turtwig, and then I will trade it away to a viewer, start over, and then have them trade it, and then go to Brilliant Diamond and have them trade it into that, and then I will restart my save file on my profile to use Chimchar all the way through, because I don't want to have to pay extra money for multiple accounts on my Nintendo, or multiple profiles on my Nintendo online account, and I want to be able to get like catch every single mon on my own thing. I don't want to have to do any trades. So, well, any trades with other people. I want to at the very least be able to just trade away one that I caught in one of the two games, then trade it right back again. That kind of thing. That's true. They could be trans. I don't know if that Pokemon's ever breached that before, but could be interesting. Also, if anyone wants to post a like goal in the chat, we can try and hit one of those, because we've been doing well with the likes so far on this stream. But Always want to see it go higher. I like the numbers go higher. Big number go brr, in other words. Did I increment? I don't think I did. I still don't think I did. There we go. I feel like this count is mostly correct. The problem with this is I don't have any way of confirming that I didn't miss any or like double click on any, so and it's not going to be an exact count, I don't think. I hope that goes swimmingly, the entire process with filling the Pokedexes. I sincerely dislike the National Pokedex, though, so I'm wishing you great luck. Well, thank you so much. I'm not planning on doing the National Dex in each game, just the individual local Dexes, because I also, like, I personally, I love Legends Arceus because you can fill out the entire Pokedex in one game. You don't need to trade at all if you don't want to, which I think is the way it should be. I'm a completionist. I don't like the fact that I need to literally partially complete a brand new file on a new separate game in order to even be able to 100% the first game. It really bothers me, my playstyle. Like those 69 likes, let's try it. Why not? I'm just gonna cut out for a second, but we're all set. Alright, let's see if we can't get 69 likes. I feel like it might be a stretch, but that's okay. If we don't get it, we don't get it. That's alright. But yeah, I definitely I much prefer even if they make it extremely difficult in one game and very easy in the other, I would be perfectly fine with that. Those types of differences. I just want the possibility to be able to not have to trade for any sort of Pokemon. I don't want to have trade evolutions. I don't want to have version exclusives. I just want to be able to get every single Pokemon in one game. Zed, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining. Can we get some exclamation point Zeds in the chat? Zed is another Poketuber. Does some awesome content. Definitely go check out his channel. Does some awesome stuff. Hope you've been doing well. How was the rest of your stream for Ocarina of Time? I had to hop out. I was enjoying myself. There we go. Got some exclamation point Zeds in the chat. Go check out his channel if you have not. It was good? Awesome. Did you end up beating the Deku Tree? I know you you went, oh, let me get the slingshot. Okay, I'm gone. Bye. And the Deku Tree's like, no, wait, please. Oh, I'm still dying. No. But Zed's got more important things to do, like play with his slingshot. Cheverino, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining. Can we get some exclamation point Cheverinos as well? Cheverino's another streamer that we're gonna be doing some collabs in the future with a Chaos Cage Lock. He does a bunch of different Pokemon Nuzlocks that are basically completely randomized, complete chaos. Also has done some Kingdom Hearts recently. Go check out his channel as well. He does some awesome stuff and is another streamer. Yeah, we beat the boss in Deku. Nice. Hit the eyeball of the spider. I see. Nose is really itchy, I don't know why. How's it going? Mets literally have the best one inning ever right now. Wow. Or first inning. What's the score right now, Cheverino? And I'm doing well. Doing well. Just having fun. That creepy spider boss. Yeah, seriously. I remember when I was playing through that, it was like maybe the first or second episode, and I was just like absolutely freaked out by it. I was like, oh god, this thing is terrifying. 5-0 went out. Runners on second and third. Wow. You weren't kidding. Dang. They pulled the pitcher. Wow. Who are they playing? That spider didn't deserve the abuse. Well, I mean, it did, you know, kind of kill the Deku Tree, so it was a murderer. Nats? Oh, okay. That makes sense. They suck. No offense to all you Nats fans out there, but, you know, let's go Mets. LMG. LGM. LGM. That's the one. Beat him first game today of doubleheader. Nice. Get to beat up on him twice in one day, I see. I don't know, Zelda Lord? No worries. You should go check out Zed's playthrough of it. It's going to be a fun one. Ocarina of Time is a pretty fun game, a pretty fun story. I'd recommend. And if you also want to see my reaction to it, I did a... it was like one of the first games I ever played on the channel, so there is a video series of me playing through the entire game as well, if you want to see my reactions to all of the things. And also playing Zelda for the very first time. It was literally my first ever Zelda game. I was there for a little bit but fell asleep while watching. Fair enough. You do sleep at all hours of the day, so... makes sense. Plus, Zed's really boring, so I can't blame you. Gonna learn cards, Zed. You might come out of lurking for a second. But thank you for lurking, I appreciate that. How dare you? Whoops. Oh, that was very funny. Make that 7-0 with 2 outs? Oh, wow, nice. Yeah, let's go. Let's just absolutely put them away immediately. Do you know Arcanine was intended as a legendary Pokemon alongside the trio of Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres? Yeah, I did hear something about that. But then they ended up not using it, and when they did the legendary dogs, they were like, oh, well, we can't reuse Arcanine, unfortunately, so we have to make a new fire dog. There's a reason why Ectric won the race. Yeah, Zed put everyone to sleep while he was trying to beat Surge. Nah, that was a ton of fun. I had so much fun with that race. That was such a good series. I'm super excited for playing through Ruby and Sapphire next. These are my games. This is my hometown turf. My little conspiracy theory was we win 2 games, Brave lose 2, then tomorrow the Braves win after we win our game for max drama / hype. To not matter for the Mets because the league hates us. Yeah, well. Whatever it is, we've gotten the playoffs and that's all that really matters. Well, the only problem is if we have to face the Dodgers first round. Which, if we do, then, you know. We actually play the Dodgers pretty well, though, so it's possible that we could beat them, which would be awesome. I doubt it, but, you know, give it our best shot. The race was very enjoyable to see you guys do. Yeah, I had so much fun with it. Can't wait to do it again. And this time I've got my strategies down better, so I feel like I'll be able to go even faster. Plus, I know Hoenn like the back of my hand, so... Huh, that's new. I love that joke so much. I forget what it's originally from, but it's so good. If we go as we are, then we play the Padres, then to the Dodgers. But if the Braves blow it, we get a bye and play the Cards or Phillies. Oof, I would much prefer that. But, you know. Even if the Braves don't blow it, then we have to play the Padres, who I think we could beat. And then see if we can't beat the Dodgers. I just want Marte back. Yeah, he's a fun player. He's a fun player to watch. If there being a team called the Dodgers, is there a team named Hitters? No. Was it originally from the Draft Dodgers, maybe? Because it was originally the Brooklyn Dodgers. I don't know what the Dodgers is in reference to. But it might also be in reference to the car company, Dodge, but I'm not sure what they're originally referenced to. Big brain energy. We hurting without him for the longest time. Yeah, we've definitely been backsliding a decent amount. Brooklyn Dodgers, I have no idea why they're named that. Yeah, I'm not sure either. I kind of want to look it up now. But yeah, it used to be the Brooklyn Dodgers, the New York Giants, or the New York Baseball Giants, and then the New York Yankees. Then the Giants and the Dodgers both moved to California and became the Los Angeles Dodgers and the San Francisco Giants. And then 5 years later, the Mets were formed as the New York Metropolitans. A little bit of baseball history for you. Mets have the colors of Giants and the Dodgers. Exactly, yeah, they took the two colors of the teams that were lost in the transfer. I want to see a team called Huggers, and they give minimum 3 hugs to all their teammates during the game. Oh boy. I feel like the players on the teams don't necessarily have to do exactly what their team name is, because, like, I'm trying to think of a really good example. I mean, the Yankees don't have to, like, pull on each other's arms or anything like that during the middle of the game, or, I'm trying to think, what are some other baseball teams that would have? The Padres aren't, you know, clergymen. Mets definitely not dodging anything. Shattered record for hit by pitch this season. Yeah, yep. Hey, a base is a base. It may hurt a lot to get it, but a base is a base is a base. What are some other good baseball teams? Names, specifically. Phillies, Nats, Braves, Oh, the Marlins. You don't have to be a fish to be a Marlin. It'd be very funny, though. This team you're talking about with baseball, I love doing baseball a lot. It's so much fun. Yeah. Baseball teams. The New York Mets are the baseball team that Cheverino and I both grew up rooting for. Also, I feel like I should do some sort of, like, baseball something or other. Well, I guess I have Wii Sports now to do baseball on stream, but I'm also really bad at the baseball on Wii Sports. I feel like I'd be better at, like, MLB 07 The Show. That could be fun to do that sometime. Maybe I'll do that as one of my throwback gaming series streams, because I still am planning on doing that series where I do play different throwback games that people would have been, like, obsessed with growing up, and just play through it like one-offs. I used to be really into it when I was in 7th grade, but quit because I felt embarrassed, so I was so behind my other teammates. Yeah, I used to play baseball all the time, and when I tried out for my middle school team in 8th grade and didn't make it, and some 6th graders made it, I realized, yeah, I'm really not that good of a baseball player, so I ended up switching over to cross-country and track and field, because there were no tryouts, and also because most of my friends were on that team, so ended up working out pretty well, because I ended up becoming a thrower on track and field, on the track and field team, and through shot put and javelin and stuff, and baseball definitely helped me out in that respect. Can never do fantasy baseball again. I'm the ultimate jinx in fantasy sports. They all get injured badly, but baseball, I had a pitcher who died in 2015. Oh, jeez. What was his name? Hernandez? Jose Hernandez? Or was it... Hernandez was his last name. Yeah, Hernandez. Yeah, that was a sad moment. Boating accident. Yeah. I remember. I remember after that. The first game after that, the Mets played the Marlins and ended up letting up a home run to D. Gordon, like, the first pitch of the game. Fun fact about Ruby and Sapphire: it was supposed to be a remake of Red and Blue. Also, the Pokemon were purposely made to look more fierce than Generations 1 and 2. Oh, interesting. I did not know that, Studio Anima. That's awesome. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here and appreciate the fun facts. You don't mind me calling you Chev. I think it sounds cool, but if you dislike, I won't call you that, Chev. I think Chev sounds good. But that's my personal taste. I literally introduce myself as Chev in every video, so you're gold. Oh, Goid. So I was asking this before, but what encounter number do you think we're gonna end up on when we finally get a the Shiny Manectric or Ectric? It'll do, but thanks. Huh? Oh, your day, you mean? Gotcha. I hope that I can at least entertain you if it's, you know, not going amazingly. Hello there, so many memories. Ruby is my first Pokemon game. Oh, welcome to the stream, play for fun. Yeah, my first game was Emerald, so I figured I had to start with my first one for this series because we're going to be going through pretty much every single Pokemon game at one point or another. So I figured start with Emerald. It's where I started. But I appreciate you being here. Hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday, and hope you will enjoy yourself. I have good memories of Ruby as well, as it was the first Pokemon game I bought with my own money. Oh, that's awesome, Studio Anima. I'm trying to think. I think the first game I bought with my own money was Pokemon Black. I bought it in high school. One of my friends and I, he is like, hey, you want to play through the newer Pokemon game? We'll both get a copy and we'll both play through and see, you know, who can get through first, and we'll like trade and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. And I played through like pretty much the entire game, and he like didn't get past like the first route or something like that. That's so crazy you guys played these games. I wasn't even live yet. Yeah, that hurts my soul. My first game was Blue. Gotcha. That was the first game I played on the channel. Pokemon Blue. Fight for luck. It definitely shows its age a little bit. I think I say, I think when I go, you know, introduce myself in those videos, I go, I am Ectric, as opposed to my name is Ectric, and it's just like such a weird thing because I've been saying my name is Ectric for literally ever, and it's just like so weird. Also, like it's a lot more like talking about myself rather than the game, and I think I'm a little bit lower energy in those ones as well. No, Ectric, it means you and everyone else here are OGs. That's true, but at the same time, it's like, it doesn't feel like that long ago, but yeah, this game came out 17 years ago, and that's painful. Started with White, so I'm not an OG. I mean, to be fair, I did not play the original Gen 1, so I don't know if I'm technically an OG either, but definitely one of the first few generations. Yeah, I got Pokemon Black on launch day. I didn't sleep for almost 2 days playing it. I loved it so much. I think that some of the best things that it did was the story. I think was much more in depth than it needed, than it had any right to be, and that made it so much better. Also, the fact that they had no previous gens mons until post game, I think that's perfect. To be fair, my play style is whenever I play a new Pokemon game, I purposefully seek out the new Pokemon just so that I can like try out the new Pokemon and figure out which ones I like and stuff like that. Build a unique team, but I think that was perfect. The fact that you didn't even have the option to like just pick your same team over and over again was awesome. My intro is what's going on. Chev Knight's named Chev. Then I welcome into whatever game it is. Gotcha. Mine is hello and welcome to, or welcome back to, yada yada yada. My name is Ectric and we are here in blank 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 blank. I think it's even more awesome you guys discovered Pokemon while it wasn't as popular as it is now. I mean, I wouldn't say it wasn't popular when I found out about it. It was pretty popular with my friend group and stuff like that, and that's why I got it in the first place. But I suppose it's become even more of a behemoth since then. Black and White and Black and White 2 felt completely different kinds of Pokemon games. Gave off that vibe that felt like a little mature. Yeah, and I like that. I wish they would kind of go back to that a bit. Although it wasn't popular when it first came out, which I think is probably part of the reason why they've shied away from it. Got Pokemon Blue as a kid, not on release, but I was really young. I think it was like 12. Oh, wow. Yeah, dude, I'm not a young person. I'm like 33. Yeah, I'm 26, so a little bit younger, but still one of the older Pokemon players, I suppose. Just nodded my head and was confused. I mean, I feel like that's how everyone played when they, unless you were old enough to like be able to actually understand games and stuff like that. When you first play Pokemon, like if you were 12 when you first played, it might not be the case. But for those of us who our first Pokemon game was like one of our first games, you probably just like ran around and did nothing for a significant amount of the time and just accidentally ran into the story at some points. Happy 21st, Chev. My B-Day is July. Nice! My birthday's also in the summer. I don't like to say exactly when it is because I give away a lot of information about myself, and I feel like if I give away my birthday, that's probably one of the more significant ones, but I am also a summer baby, so. Yeah, running around and accidentally coming up on up to story points was pretty much my entire experience with Blue. Yeah. Ah, your birthday is in August, Anima. Nice. We're all summer babies. We had the best birthday parties because everyone was able to come to them. Did a B-Day stream, so it's out there. I've streamed on my birthday multiple times. I've never announced that it was my birthday when I streamed that. So. Eventually, I'll probably announce what my, what my name is and what my birthday is and stuff like that. But for now, I'd like to keep it secret, or at least not openly out there. Ironic because I hate summer, but I love fall. I love the fall. Fall is my absolute favorite. Summer, I don't. I used to like a lot more than I do now because of school, and now that I have work during the summer, it's just another season, and it's it's oppressive to be outside in sometimes, but at the same time, you don't have to worry about driving in the snow and stuff like that, and all of the plants are thriving and stuff like that, so there are some nice things about summer. It's not my least favorite, but actually, is it my least favorite? Nah, spring's probably my least favorite. Either spring, yeah, spring's probably my least favorite. I like fall the best by far. Summer and winter are probably tied, and then spring is probably my least favorite just because there's like no holidays really before summer pretty much starts. Like you get like Easter and that's about it, and if you don't get Easter then you don't get anything. And also it starts like not being super cold anymore, but because your body's so used to the cold, when it's hitting 60 degrees, it feels like oppressively hot, even though it's not. Whereas if it's 60 degrees in fall, it feels nice and cool and like, oh, I could almost wear a sweatshirt. This is awesome. I'm glad you agree with me on the concept of celebrating birthdays. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of celebrating my birthday, personally. That's okay, though. You don't have to review it, but you look more like a September guy. Yeah, I like September a lot. October's probably my favorite month of the year in terms of weather. But September's awesome as well. I get a lot of nostalgia for like cross-country season and like when I was growing up, my brother and I would sometimes go into the road next to our house, which was very, very rarely used. There weren't too many cars on it. It wasn't a very busy road, and there was a tree right on our property, and we would like literally stand in the road and just wait for leaves to fall and try and catch them and see who could catch more. It was like the most fun, least amount of equipment game, and it was just so much fun to do. Spring's your favorite season, Nicholas? Oh, okay. I have to say that even if spring is my least favorite, it's like not like super duper far behind fall or winter or summer. Like, I really just like fall that much more above the rest. Spring has too much pollen. Yeah, spring does have a lot of pollen, and I do get allergies. I'm not allergic to pollen or anything, but it's so annoying when it paints my driveway and my car yellow. Yeah, that's also kind of annoying. But yeah, I'm a bit allergic to pollen still, so Spring is the time when I get like those 3 days a year where I'm just like sneezing up a storm, my eyes are extremely itchy, and like my nose is constantly running, and I'm just like, oh god, I feel terrible. Wish you guys had a resistance to the pollen that comes out. Yeah, I mean, also, I would say that it's probably not as bad in Florida, the pollen. I think that in the Northeast, with a bit more of the like temperate temperatures, it helps the pollen, you know, spread more and stuff like that, and it makes it worse. I think around where I live, it's actually a little bit it's some of, like in the northeastern United States, I think it's worse in terms of how bad the pollen is. You could see the yellow clouds of pollen here. Nothing can resist. It's like putting a yellow filter on the world. Yeah, seriously. Nature made Photoshop happen for us. That's funny. I like that. Yellow filter and everything makes everything look like an 80s movie. or like it's taking place in Hollywood's version of Mexico. In Florida, I never experienced pollen. Now thinking about it, yeah, I feel like the Northeast is particularly bad with pollen, and like the types of trees around here produce a lot of pollen. That's a pretty big allergen. United Gamer whipped out Photoshop to prove to chat Machop is green earlier today. Oh, really? That's funny. I like that. What were they saying it was? Like gray or something? We just have palm trees and state-sized storms that can possibly destroy my home. Yeah, I mean, there are pros and cons. You know, you're not sneezing, but also you might drown in a hurricane. So, you know, give and take. Then we are state neighbors. I'm in Georgia, but more closer to the South Carolina line. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm way up north in New England, so it's hysterical. They said gray or like gray-blue. Put it in Photoshop and proved it's green. Yeah, I mean, I would say it's green, but I also, like, it depends on which game. I think they sometimes change the color a little bit, and it could be closer to gray or gray-bluish. I think it really just depends on which game it's in, because I think sometimes it might even just be that it, like the other colors that it's paired with give it more of like a bluish grayish hinge. His challenge was to use only green mods. Ah, gotcha. That's why he was so adamant about proving it. Gotcha. GA gang. Nice. Yeah, I've never been to Georgia. Love to visit sometime. My cousin actually lives there now. He grew up in upstate New York, but he's going to college in Atlanta for his PhD. So he's down there with his girlfriend now. I heard Hurricane Ian wasn't bad for you guys. I saw it came towards you. Oh yeah, how are you doing with that, Nicholas? Are you doing all right? I mean, obviously, if you're chatting with us, you have access to internet, so it can't be like, you know, worst case scenario, I would hope, but at the same time, you know, could have been pretty scary. I saw some of the footage and it was absolutely insane. We haven't gotten hit with Ian yet. I think it was supposed to like eventually wind its way up the East Coast and get to us as like just a, you know, a bit of a rainstorm, but I don't think it's hit us yet. It's all right here, I guess. Maybe I'm just oversaturated with everything. I was born and raised here, but I would love to live in Florida for a while, especially Orlando. Interesting. NXT is on right now. Oh, okay. We barely even got hit with anything. That's good. That's good to hear. This confirms something. Welcome to the stream, Lucy. I'm glad to have you here. What confirms what? Must go for now, but great hanging out with everyone. Hope you find some chaos shinies. Thank you so much, Cheverino. Appreciate you, and again, if anyone wants to throw some exclamation point Cheverinos in the chat, go check out his channel. He does some awesome stuff, and we will be collabing in the future on some cage locks, so should be fun to do in the future, and I'm super excited for that series when it comes out. Manectric with a guitar? What about it? I did draw that, so I'm glad that Hurricane Ian just straight up avoided Tampa, but the coastlines got it bad, especially Pine Island. Yeah, there was some crazy footage. NXT is on. I'm too lazy to go to my television now, so I'll just catch it later. Fair enough. I do not watch WWE, so I cannot speak on whether it's better under Triple H versus Vince McMahon. Although I do know who both of those people are. You have no idea where I'm going with this, but you feel like you should know. I mean, I don't feel like I should know. I just would like to know, but I'm not sure what you're talking about. Manectric with the guitar. I mean, it's pretty cool. I was pretty happy with the drawing when it came out. Well, should have, once I say it. Oh. What is it? Did I draw it wrong somehow? Like, is something wrong, or? Oh, a Manectric guitar? Your Fursona is developing, or Pokesona in this case. Gotcha. I don't play guitar, though. I play the trombone. Do you feel like you should know, that you should know about you knowing the topic of knowing what Linux knows? God. Now my brain hurts. Now I'm really confused. I don't know. Oh my. Thank you for lurking, Wolf Linux, or Lucian. Oh, darn it. I was really hoping, I made a, similar command to, Zed's where, when you do the, shelter in, thing, Nightbot is supposed to say, that you're lurking. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Wrong wood in the first one. Actually, you just missed a wood. Never mind. Let me see. I might have typed in the command wrong. Let's see. I'm going to pull it up real quick. Music's going to cut out for a second. There we go. My sentence is grammatically correct. That is true. How much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? That is true. I will give you that for sure. Lucian, when you do the trying to get the name of the user, is it $ parenthesis user end parenthesis, or is it something else? For Nightbot specifically. I thought it was that, but I might be wrong. To user. Ah, thank you. Let's try it again. There we go. It works now. Also, thank you so much for 11 likes, everyone. I really appreciate that. User is to target the one who uses the command. Ah, okay. I would have thought that it would be user then. Maybe not, though. Oh, okay. That makes sense. How does a streamer lurk in their own stream now? I'll just sit there on my phone like... Alright, thank you for the help, Lucian. I appreciate that. I'm still learning. Devilish One, welcome to the stream. How have you been? Glad to see you. And welcome back, Zed. Glad to have you. Hope you're doing well still. Still no shinies, but, you know, what do you expect? This is full odds. I'm not expecting it for the next, like, 5 or 6 streams at the very least. That'd be hilarious. Yeah, I mean, you guys do the entertainment. I'm just going to sit here on my phone and scroll. Had to do some work. No worries. Appreciate you being here. Intercom users now. Oh. I thought that was what I had before, but... Huh. We'll see if it works. Whoops. Oh, I need to stop scratching. Did you disable the ability for us to make commands? I don't think I did. It might just be that editcom is not allowed. Because you were able to make the whatchamacallit, the DJ Khaled one. Yeah, that's the key. Yeah, that one. Watch your back. But more importantly, when you get out of the shower, dry your back. It's a cold world out there. That's such a good line. Oh my god, that's so funny. All right, I wasn't sure about that one at first, but I gotta admit, DJ Khaled's quotes are pretty funny. Freaking controller just keeps deciding it wants to disconnect and reconnect. It would kill me inside if you accidentally ran away from a shiny Manectric. Yeah, me too. Me too. Oh boy. It might be that I actually did restrict it to just myself somehow, Lucian. So if that's the case, I can probably try and change it myself. Let me see if I can't change it. Music's gonna cut out again. Try using a shelter again. Let's see. Default. Ah, yes, I do have it disabled right now. I'll enable it just for now. There we go. It works. Alright, we're all good. That explains it. There we go. You don't want to try and prove Ectric wrong. He has a God tier degree. Listen. I really feel like I oversold how smart I am with the fact that I have a master's degree. It's really not that... it really doesn't say that much in actuality. You're worried about Microwave learning of this and making chunk commands? I just kind of don't want to have too many commands is all. Yeah, I feel like Microwave might make a bunch of them, and I don't want to have to delete them and have him be disappointed, so I'd rather just have him be disappointed from the beginning. Should be able to make its only admin set by you can edit/add commands. I'll have to look into changing that later then. I haven't seen Microwave in a while. With school, he's probably not able to hop onto the stream so late, unfortunately. Oops. I just feel like Microwave making a bunch of commands is too much. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, like, some of them are awesome and funny and stuff like that, but it's just, you know, it gets to be too much, and then the chat just becomes nothing but people messing around with the new commands and stuff, and it gets kind of hard to hold a conversation through that, so rather keep it to mostly perfunctory ones with one or two fun ones. All right. Can you hear me? There we go. All right. I think we should be all set to go. Thought it was YouTube bugging out like usual for me. No. My computer decided it wanted to absolutely crap the bed. My Visual Boy Advance froze up, and that made all of my audio no longer connect to OBS, so I had to reset everything. Natalie, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you're doing well. Glad to see you. And Woody's as well. Glad to have you all here. I heard both game in person now. Perfect. Good. Glad we're all squared away there. Oops, I missed one. God, my legs are so itchy. So frustrating. So yeah, sorry about that. That is the risk of having everything run just through your computer, like the game and streaming and all that together, is that the game might start freezing up and cause the rest of your computer to do likewise. Infinite, welcome to the stream. It is, in fact, Tuesday. Anyways, I have to continue reading a lore dump because I'm a nerd. Nice. I'll be either lurking or completely absent. Alright, well, I appreciate you lurking if you are able to, and if not, I appreciate you stopping in by. Hope to see you around sometime soon. Be crazy if you run into a shiny Zigzagoon instead of Manectric. Yeah, I feel like I might phase. It might be a Zigzagoon, like a Wingull. It could be a Kecleon. I'd be kind of insulted if it was a Kecleon because it's like a 1% chance of encountering. Could be a Linoon. Really, we've got, you know, more Pokemon that it could be other than the two that we're looking for. Just woke up from a 7-hour nap, went to sleep at 2. Wow. So you basically got a full night's sleep in the middle of the day. Nice. Alright. Missed that one. There we go. It's pitch black outside? I don't think it's pitch black out for me, but I'm also, you know, probably not in the same area as you, so. Woke up too, still feeling the effects of a nap. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I don't really like napping. It really just messes with your, and if you don't, like, time it right, and you take too long of a nap, then you end up feeling even more tired than when you went to take the nap. I don't know. I suppose that's true with, like, a full night's sleep also, but at the very least, you know your body's getting, like, a full rest and, you know, recovery and stuff when you're doing a full night's sleep versus a nap. You're not even, like, getting the full thing. Natalie, oh my goodness, thank you so much. That is so generous of you. Holy cow, thank you so much for the $15 tip. That is very, very kind of you. I really, really appreciate that. Can we get some hype in the chat for Natalie? That was extremely kind of her, and I cannot express my gratitude enough. Holy cow. Thank you so much. I hope you're doing well, Natalie. I really do appreciate you being here and hanging out with me. And know that your viewership is enough, and that, you know, any donations are not at all required, but super duper appreciated. But yeah, can we get some hype for Natalie in the chat? I'm definitely poor, but once in a while I show love to all my beloved streamers I looked up to. Well, I cannot tell you how grateful I am, and, you know, please, if you are not able to, do not feel obligated to donate. Only do it if you feel you're financially able to. Your you know, well-being and safety and all that come first and foremost above donations. But if you have any money that you are able to donate and want to, that is super, super generous of you. Seriously. Whew. every time like I get like a new subscriber or a donation or something like that, I don't know how to like get out of like expressing my gratitude and get out of like the, oh my god, they're so nice and I'm so appreciative to get back to like the normal commentary of like, hey look, a Zigzagoon that's not shiny, interesting. Gotta go see you later. Alright, Natalie, thank you so much for stopping by and for that very generous donation. I hope to see you around again sometime soon. I really appreciate you being here. Not gonna be in this stream much because I'm studying for Spanish quiz tomorrow. Alright, well, good luck. Spectral, glad to have you here for even a little bit, and I hope you do well on your Spanish test. No habla español for me, so, I'm not, I would probably fail, personally. If you want good combos, you always have the scramblings. Yes, I always gotta go back to that conversation. I should just do that. I should do a stream where I just do a bunch of different tier lists and stuff. That could be fun. Wolf Knight, welcome to the stream. So glad you were able to make it. Glad to see you. We did end up starting earlier today, so I was able to keep my promise. Hablo español, pero sí, sí. Spanish is such a useless class topic. Well, in my opinion, I mean. I don't know. I feel like that's one of the ones that could be more applicable. Obviously, if you're not planning on going anywhere where there are Spanish-speaking people, then maybe it wouldn't be necessary. But even if there's, like, you know, if you're interacting with a random person that happens to only speak Spanish, being able to communicate with them is, I think, useful. So, but then again, I'm also, you know, not. I never took Spanish class. I took German for 2 years and then never did again. So I didn't. Didn't value language classes enough to like keep at them and actually learn how to speak the language fully. It was more just like a, okay, I filled my requirements, now I'm done type of thing. I live in Puerto Rico and it's basically a copy of English. Oh, okay. So you already like speak Spanish pretty much fluently, and it's basically just learning literature in a second language. That makes sense. Or, even worse, learning how to speak Spanish even though you're fluent. It's a copy of English, but in Spanish. Gotcha. Well, then I definitely see that as, you know, less important then. I definitely get that. Gotta go to bed, though? I would say hi. Alright, well, thank you so much for stopping by, Wolf Knight. I really appreciate that. And I hope you'll be able to catch more of these streams in the future. Again, unfortunately, most of them are pretty late in the night, and I understand that, you know, you might have school the next morning and you're not able to stay up late, but I appreciate you being here even for a little bit. Imagine learning a second language. I wish I knew a second language. I barely know my first one. I find it dumb when parents yell at their kids for getting an F on a class that's a whole different language. I mean, I don't think that parents should yell at their kids about grades regardless, because I don't think that helps. Like, they already understand that they effed up. Puns. But they already understand that they you know, they messed up and that they need to do better. Obviously, if they don't care, then maybe you should start, like, yelling at them to, you know, understand. I don't know. I feel like yelling in general isn't a very productive thing for parents to do. Obviously, sometimes you just need to, like, sometimes it's going to be necessary, but I think that it should be only after other avenues have been exhausted and it hasn't worked. If that makes sense. I feel like a lot more time, if you show respect, you're going to get much more than if you're just yelling at kids. Because, like, this obviously comes from my personal experiences, but I never needed to be yelled at. Like, it was much more just, like, a fear of failing, a fear of letting people down, and, you know, wanting to, my own internal motivation was much more effective at getting me to do things than being yelled at ever would. Like, if I were yelled at for something, it actually almost made me want to not do it out of spite, and it would make me, like, you know, dread doing the thing that I was being yelled at to do. Not that I was yelled at all that significantly all that often, but, you know, when I was yelled at to do something. it was, much more like, for example, I feel like if you're ever like about to go do some sort of chore or something like that, and then your parent goes and yells at you to do it just as you were about to do it, it makes you not want to do it anymore. If my parents yell at me, I'm slap them. Jeez. Yeah, so it's one way to go about it, I suppose. But like if you're going to like do the chore and then all of a sudden you're like told to do it or like yelled at for not doing it yet, it's like, now I don't want to do it at all. Like now I'm forcing myself to do it in spite of the fact that like I was going to do it before, and like now I don't have any motivation to do it. You've been in an only English talking school for your whole life, and it's the first time they are learning Spanish and they get an F. And their parents yell at them like it's stupid. I wish I could talk to my parents like how they talk to me. Yeah, I don't know. It's not. I don't think yelling for it accomplishes much. When I tried to talk to my mom was like, watch how you talk to me, like, watch how you talk to me. Yeah, I feel like it goes both ways. Obviously, I think a lot of the older generations feel, I think this is a shift in thinking, that's kind of a generational thing at this point, because, like, a lot of the older generations grew up on, you respect your elders regardless of anything. It's just, like, you automatically give them deference and respect, and they're like above you no matter what. Whereas I think a lot more now, especially, it's much more of a like respect is earned, not freely given. Obviously, like it should be that a bare minimum of respect should be given no matter what. But like in order to like be your authority to be respected, that respect has to be earned. And I think that the generational difference between the younger generations feeling like respect needs to be earned, and older generations thinking that it's automatic, is causing more strife. And I think that, parents should speak, obviously parents have to take, are responsible for the children, and there are going to be some times when they have to, be the bad guy and make the kids do something that they're not going to want to do or something like that for their own good or something like that. But at the same time, you need to be respectful of the kid, because otherwise, why is the kid going to be respectful of you? If you dish it out, you got to be able to take it too. Exactly. Respect is a two-way street. That's a much more succinct way of putting it than I just did. Generational skill issue. Yeah, it's definitely. I definitely think that there's like a shift in thought around that going on. If they won't respect me, then I won't respect them. Simple as that. Yep. And luckily for me, I grew up with parents who agreed with that philosophy and were extremely respectful of me, and did not, really raise their voices much. Were very supportive of me, and only on like very small issues would they ever really like yell at me or get me in trouble and stuff like that. And I was very lucky. I was also a pretty good kid. Like I have a petrifying fear of breaking rules and doing something wrong and getting in trouble. So that was just like hard ingrained into me from birth. So I didn't give them as many reasons to yell at me, but still, even then they were more than fair. Parents need to chill. They don't know the market and the current trends as much as their children do. That's funny. Gotta go blast because gotta go study. All right, Spectral Zork. Good luck. I wish you the best, and let us know how you do in the end. Plus, we should empower young people, letting them know that they can do much better than their parents. That's the point in having children. Yeah, exactly. But at the same time, obviously, I think the way parenting should go is, in the end, you should treat your kids with respect and be, treat them as another person, not as like, some subordinate. And you should try and strive for them to want to follow what you say, because they respect that you know what's best for them and you're doing what's best for them, rather than coercing them to do what you want because they fear you or fear the retribution. I think that respect is a much healthier and stronger basis for instructing children than fear is. Fear and you know, I guess fear is the main driver in all those. They're a child, not the housemate. Exactly. And obviously learning how to do the chores is important, and learning and gradually getting more and more responsibility so that they're prepared for living on their own or living with another person in adulthood is important, and that should be something that gets done. It shouldn't be like you just do all the chores and the kids never have to do anything and they could just play video games all day and eat junk food and all that. There's obviously, you know, you have to draw lines because kids will do things that are bad for them because it makes them feel better in the moment. And you need to, you know, be able to have the foresight for them that in the long run I'm doing something that's better for you, even though in the moment I'm forcing you to not do something you want to do, or forcing you to do something that you don't want to do. It's good to teach them responsibility. Don't dump it all on them. Like me, for example, I'm super lazy with washing my dishes at home, but for some reason I actually feel like washing them at work. Interesting. Yeah, it's really just about like getting them to the point where they have it ingrained in them that they want to do these things because they realize that it's good for them. John, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you're doing well. Glad to see you. We're just doing some shiny hunting for a Manectric and talking about parenting. You know, all of us not parents here. I saw this one video of a child kicking out their parents out of their house, and the parents started acting up. The shock and entitlement those parents have was so funny and sad. Oh, like they were an adult and their parents were like older adults and they were being kicked out for not doing something right, or was this like a 5-year-old kicking them out? Because either way, I think it's funny. The latter would be funnier in like a cute way, let's say. Maybe it's because I don't want dirty dishes in my backpack. Yeah, I mean that makes sense. It's you know, I think that also like at home and stuff like that, sometimes it's like you need to experience firsthand the consequences of not doing this thing for you to truly understand. My parents forced me to wake up every morning. I mean, again, like sometimes you gotta. I understand that was sarcasm, but sometimes you gotta force kids to do what they don't want to do, like waking up in the morning for school. Can I click this? I think I did. They thought since they're the parents that automatically gives them grounds to be butts. I remember reading this Reddit post of like their parents were staying with them or something like that, and this woman she was out in the garden watering plants and stuff like that, and her dad came out and was like messing with her, so she started like spraying him with the hose, and he ran inside and he went now you can't spray me indoors, and she went, it's my house, my rules, and she like absolutely doused him, and she was like, it was absolutely worth not being having to clean up the mess to get that moment of absolute fear on his face as he realized that he had no authority to say that the game was over. Been listening in, had an argument with my son about bringing a jacket to a night baseball game. Told him it was going to get cold and I'd rather him have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Exactly. Like, you know, sometimes kids, you know, live in the moment, and that can be good in some ways in that they're, you know, not stressed about things, and it can also be really bad in some ways in that I'm not cold now, why would I need a coat? And then you realize later, oh, I need that coat. And I definitely understand. Growing up, I definitely would have been in the same boat of, I don't need a coat, I'm not cold, I don't get cold. But, you know, again, you're right. It's better to have it and not need it. And I think that you could say, there's a compromise in there in that you don't have to wear it, you just have to be carrying it, that's all. Those parents learning their place. New York be like. What game are you gonna go see, John? Cheverina was in this stream earlier and was talking about the Mets game And I'm a pretty big Mets fan myself, so. Was it like a major league game? Was it a minor league ball game? Like a local minor league game? I feel like letting us children learn from our own stubbornness to be good. John, because then I'd have the pain of not having a jacket when it's cold, if I ever remember that. I mean, to a certain point, yes, but at the same time, like, that, especially if the kid is pretty young, sometimes those dots don't get necessarily connected, and sometimes those lessons don't get learned for long enough to not have it be worth the hard lesson. Like, it might just be that the kid later on is like, I'm cold, and is just complaining, and it's just like, well, I told you to bring your jacket, and it's like, you know, now you have to do something about it, even though it was the kid's fault in the first place. And also, the next day they completely forgot about how cold they were, and then still don't want to bring their jacket next time. So, sometimes you just gotta put your foot down. Sometimes I have to remind my kids that I'm not telling them to do things just to flex my parent muscles. Told him to wear pants and I'll carry his jacket, or wear shorts and he has to carry it. Yeah. I think that's important, is you know, making, because like a lot of times, especially as a kid, I remember it sometimes felt like it was just like, oh, they're just telling me I can't do this because they want to tell me I can't do this. And if you're a good parent, that's pretty much never true. Alright, we're back. I got fixed again. The game just keeps freezing every once in a while and deciding that it's going to not only, you know, pause the game, obviously, but also kill all of the audio on OBS. It was great watching the game, having a good time teaching them baseball. Yeah, I love baseball. Baseball's such a good game. Especially if you're going to see it live. I think that's the best way to watch baseball. On TV, obviously it's still fun, but like at the same time, it's, you know, less exciting than if you're at the game, getting the full experience. You know, getting some hot dogs, bring your glove to hopefully get a fly ball or a foul ball or something like that. It's just the best. Doing great extra. Thank you so much, Nicholas. I appreciate that. It's frustrating, but you know, it happens. Unfortunately, I can't throw it to the Please Stand By where it plays shorts because it kills my audio also, so you wouldn't even be able to hear the shorts. Like, it completely kills all of my audio to OBS whenever I do it. Or whenever it does it, rather. There we go. But yeah, baseball is great. I love it. My grandparents used to take me to a minor league, single A minor league team all the time. That we would because they lived like maybe like 10-15 minutes from the park, and it was just so much fun going to. We would go visit them, and we'd go see a game, get like whatever the toy was that they would give out to like the first however many people that were at the park. It was just great. What the heck? Come on, there we go. Went to opening day this year and fell back in love with it and the stadium experience. Went to 14 games this year, 3 out of town. Gonna go broke if we go far in the playoffs. Yeah, the Cards are doing well. We were talking about the playoff standings, and depending on how the Mets do, they might end up getting to play either the Phillies or the Cards in the second round if they do well. Otherwise, I think we're gonna end up having to play the Padres and the Dodgers, which will be a lot less fun because the Dodgers are extremely good this year. But that's awesome. You got to go see 14 games. I didn't end up going to see any games this year, which is a shame because I live somewhat close to Fenway Park, which is like the quintessential going for the baseball experience field. Children are such strange but interesting people. Exactly. Yeah, I agree. I would agree. It's amazing how independent yet not yet completely dependent they can be. I would one day want to go see a game from the top of the Green Monster. I feel like that's something I gotta do in my life at one point. It's gonna be it'd be so much fun. Fenway is on my list. I want to take some East Coast and West Coast road trips to see some games at different stadiums. Yeah, Fenway, beautiful. I've seen a couple games there. Definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. And I mean, if you're making the trip, might as well try for the lottery tickets to sit on the Green Monster. But even if it's just a random seat in the park, it's a wonderful experience. And it's right in the middle of the city, so like you can literally like do like a full touristy day in Boston, and then end it off with like a game at Fenway in the evening. It's like right on the transit lines, the subways in Boston, and it's also within fairly decent walking distance of like some fun touristy things like the Museum of Fine Arts and that kind of stuff. So it's really nice. I also went to the Baltimore stadium a couple of years back, and it's also very pretty. Definitely recommend that one as well. The Citi Field is fine. It's just kind of like it's too new to be like classic, and it also means it's more expensive. But you know, the Baltimore Park has some personality to it. Kid calls Joe Biden at 3 a.m. and gets nuked. What? I'm so confused. Ugh. That's what I get for testing Joe. Yeah, don't try and take on Dark Brandon. That's funny. Memorial Day weekend, I went to 5 games in 4 different stadiums. 2 here at home to bookend the weekend. That's awesome. That sounds like such a fun trip. That's a great, like, you know, way to get to experience. It honestly, it would be a wonderful way to like experience the U.S. and just going to different stadiums around the U.S. and just experiencing the parks and all of the things that you can do around them. It sounds like such a fun way to plan travel. Unfortunately, I feel like my fiance is not as much of a baseball fan as me, so it might not be as interesting to her, but I still think it'd be fun to do one day. Kid prank calls from 911. The police arrest the kid's mother. Bye, mother. Jeez. Welcome to the stream, Woodies. I appreciate you being here again. Trying to think of what other parks were all of the stadiums major league fields, or were some of them like minor league fields? Because if they were major league fields, I kind of want to try and guess which ones we went to. As kids, me and my friends talked about seeing all the stadiums. Now that I'm older and make decent money, I'm able to do it just slowly. Yeah, see, you talk about that when you're kids and you're like, oh man, we're gonna do this, and like when you finally have the money, all of a sudden you don't have the time because you need the time to make the money to be able to do it, and it's just like, why? Let's see. So obviously you got St. Louis on both bookends. I'm gonna guess you went to the Kansas City Royals Stadium. I'm gonna guess you went to the Colorado Rockies Coors Field. Let's see. So that was 2, 3, and then one more. Maybe Houston's Field? I'm gonna go with Houston as my last one. So Houston, the one. So you got St. Louis twice, and then Houston, Kansas City, and Denver are my guesses. Oh, maybe you went to Milwaukee though. Well, I'm going with those. It might, now that I think about it, it might actually have been much easier. Other direction: Reds, White Sox, Cubs, and Cardinals. Gotcha. Yeah, I just realized like it might have been actually quicker to go east rather than west. Oh well. But yeah, I actually went to Cincinnati's park, but I didn't watch a game there. I did like a bit of a tour there as part of like a. I went to Cincinnati for a band trip in high school, and while we were on that trip, we ended up going to the park and exploring it a bit, on like a bit of a tour. But we didn't end up seeing a game there. It was a pretty cool park, and obviously I'd love to go see Wrigley someday. I don't really know what the White Sox park looks like, and then Cardinals Park is pretty classic, I think, also. Just realized I know a game you might like. Oh, what game? Let me know. Feel free to suggest it with exclamation point, suggest a game. That way I've got it written down for me and I don't have to try and remember it off the top of my head. What's your opinion on story-centered games? I think I really kind of enjoy story-centered games sometimes. The only problem would be if I'm doing it live, it means I'm going to be much worse at responding to chat. But I'm not opposed to story-centered games for sure. Snuck a Blues hockey game in there as well. Had a 5-day weekend. I went to a different game Thursday through Tuesday. Wow, that's awesome. I didn't realize. Was it a preseason game or is the hockey season? Did the hockey season already start? I forgot the command. Exclamation point suggest a game. Yeah, you got it. I didn't realize the hockey season already started. I'm a Devils fan. Although I do is St. Louis Blues. Was Bobrovsky ever on your team? I know he was on the Columbus Blue Jackets at one point, but I thought he got traded. It was playoffs. What? Oh, Memorial Day. I was thinking Labor Day. That makes more sense. That makes much more sense. I was like, I didn't think hockey started that early. I thought it was just starting now, if anything. That makes much more sense. Memorial Day. Did you end up getting to see a win? I'm also a big fan of hockey. I'm a Devils fan personally, but you know, I don't follow hockey that much. But I had a blast. We got kicked out of the playoffs that game, though. The whole weekend was sour of the moment. My wallet definitely felt it. Yeah. Major league sports games are not exactly cheap, especially if you're doing 6 in one weekend. But yeah, hockey is a wonderful, wonderful sport to watch live. It's a ton of fun. I think they do a great job of it. Honestly, most live sports games are fun to watch. It's just you need to find ones that like aren't super duper expensive, because like I feel like minor league is much better because it's a cheap game and you get a bunch of entertainment. Whereas if you're paying $300 for a ticket, then you don't want to. Then it doesn't make sense to spend a ton of money on food. It doesn't make sense to, like, you know, maybe buy a jersey or anything like that. It might be more likely that you're trying to get out of there early to miss the traffic. It becomes much more of like an event where it's higher stakes, I would say, and that makes it less fun overall. Whereas if you find one that's like somewhat cheap, you get the tickets for maybe, even if it's like, you know, $50 or something like that. It's still, you know, you feel like you have the leniency to be able to, you know, get a hot dog or a beer or two or something like that and enjoy the game and get the whole experience. Every MLB game was decided by one run. Saw 2 walk-offs, a great weekend for baseball. Wow, that's awesome. Man, I'm super jealous of that weekend. That sounds like such a fun time. My first suggestion has been sent. Awesome! I will have to check it out after the stream. I did update my settings, so I do now get the email notifications when a response has been sent. So it won't take me 2 months to check the game suggestions anymore. Ideally. In fact, I could probably check it now on my phone. Let's see. What'd you suggest? Oh, it doesn't show me on the email. Oh, well. Oh, I should probably mark this as unread so I don't forget about it later. Alright, there we go. Good to go. I'll look at it. I've debated on getting season tickets, but it's a 40-minute drive downtown without traffic, then parking every game, food and beer. Yeah, honestly, I would love... I've always wished, like, I thought that season tickets are such a cool idea, but I would need to be within, like, closer than 40 minutes from a game, from the park. And I've never lived that close to a major league sports arena. And you're right. You have to deal with parking. You have to deal with all of the food and stuff like that. You have to deal with traffic, especially at those games. It's horrendous close to the park. It just does, like, it wouldn't seem worth it unless I was literally, like, within walking distance of the park, or a very short drive / I could get easy public transit there. The game is called Night in the Woods. Oh, okay. Is it a horror game? It sounds like it could be a horror game. I feel like that could be a good one to play on stream during October. But yeah, I always wanted to have like season tickets to baseball and just go to all the games. I feel like it'd be so fun to like make friends with the other season ticket holders and like constantly have people that you recognize there and bond over the games and stuff like that. Be able to, you know, constantly get that experience of, oh, I'm going to you know, have a hot dog and get to, you know, get a beer and just like chill and watch a baseball game. You know, singing the 7th inning stretch, take me out to the ball game, the whole 9 yards, or 4 bases in this case. But unfortunately, I also live like half an hour to 40 minutes away without traffic, and then I'd have to figure out parking, or I could take the transit in, but it's a 15-minute drive to the nearest train station, and then it'd be like a 45-minute train ride, so it'd be like 1 hour each way, ideally. Which is not awful, because a lot of it wouldn't be, I wouldn't have to worry about parking or anything like that. I cannot stand that. My goodness. All of my USBs are just unplugging and plugging back in again. But yeah, that name doesn't mean what it implies. Oh, okay. But yeah, I feel like it would be fun to do. Maybe 1 year if I did it. That would be awesome. But I think extended periods of time, it probably wouldn't make sense. It also probably would mean that I would be able to stream less, so maybe not the best idea for me personally, but I don't want to deal with the transit crowd. Yeah. Obviously, I mean, like, it'd be better than driving, because then you don't have to worry about parking, you don't have to worry about, like, directing yourself in traffic and stuff like that, but it also means that you have to, like, cram yourself onto a bus or a train with a bunch of other people, and then, you know, walk through really, really crowded streets to get to the park and stuff. Sergito, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining me. Good morning. Glad to see you. Hope you're doing well. We're just trying to shiny hunt for a Manectric. Also looking into flipping tickets, buy season tickets and sell half. Oh, that's a good idea, too. You're somewhat convincing me. I don't have enough free time as it is, but, like, I don't know. I feel like maybe if I ever went full-time with YouTube, then maybe I would get season tickets, because then that could be, like, a fun thing to, like, be able to spend time with my fiance on evenings and stuff like that during the summer and such. Maybe then I would do that, but as of now, it probably does not make feasible sense. If I ever get to go full-time with this, then maybe then I would be able to justify the time and cost. But until then, I think we'll just stick with our... Also, I don't know how much season tickets cost. They probably cost a crap ton. It's probably like in the tens of thousands of dollars, isn't it? Because like if a single ticket costs like $200, well, I guess I'm thinking of New York baseball. Maybe Fenway's not as bad. You have the patience of a saint to shiny hunt regularly. Yeah, I mean we're just started, so it's not exactly like I have. I bought 4 playoff tickets, paid like $105 total after fees, and those tickets are resigned for 130 rupees. Wow. We're asking how much season tickets are. Yeah, I'm kind of curious now. But yeah, Srijita, we just started, so I'm sure my patience will start running thin. You know, after the 3rd or 4th stream of nothing, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna try and get this shiny the old-fashioned way. We'll do our best. Also, thank you so much for 19 likes, everyone. It is absolutely insane amount of support that you've shown me, and I really am appreciative of it. You know what command I should make for Nightbot? I should make like a hype command to like hype up people who like, you know, subscribe or like or like donate or something like that. That could be fun. Depends on the team. Good seats at the Cardinals are like $8,200. Good seats at the Reds are around $3,200. Fair. I feel like the Red Sox are probably closer to the $8,200 versus the $3,200, if I had to guess. Is that per seat or like per 2 seats or something? It's probably per seat, if I had to guess. Now I'm kind of curious. I kind of want to look it up. Because like that is a decent chunk of change, but it's also not like exorbitant to the point where if you like saved up, you couldn't make that like your big purchase of the year. Especially if it was like a one-time thing. Red Sox would be up there. 4 World Series wins in 18 years, and it's per seat. Yeah, I figured it was per seat, and I agree. Red Sox are probably up there for sure. But it would be fun to do one time. Oops. I don't know why I thought that was my regular A button, but it was not. I do very much like watching a baseball game now. It's fun. I also really like baseball video games. I feel like I should play some on the channel sometime, even if they're just one-offs, because it's just so. I played so much baseball so many baseball video games growing up. Oops, no, stop. My freaking controller is garbage. I need to get it. I need to get a new one. Best Dorito flavor? Good question, Zachary. I would say my favorite is probably Cool Ranch, personally. But it's mostly just because it's like the second most popular one, and the nacho cheese one is much messier, I find. But yeah, I usually go for the Cool Ranch personally. I'm also not a huge Dorito eater in the first place. If I had to pick a chip that I would eat above all else, it'd probably be Tostitos. I love tortilla chips. Those are like crack to me. They're just so good. I could eat an entire bag of them and not blink an eye. But you know, I will eat a Dorito. I also eat like Lay's and stuff like that. I like, you know, sour cream and onion chips and stuff. Love a sour cream and onion chip with French onion dip. Very, very tasty. But my optimal chip is a Tostito. Or yeah, Tostito. I was like, wait, did I say the one that's like shorter and like they're like corn chippy? And no, those are Fritos. My controller just started to have drift. Oof. Sorry to hear that, Zachary. My controller is fine in terms of drift, but the problem with it is I'm using a PS4 controller right now, and the charger port on the controller itself is loose. So if I jiggle the wire at all that it's connected to, it disconnects and reconnects to my computer over and over again. Mr. Retro Raid, welcome to the stream, Raiders. Thank you so much. Welcome Octo Alex, welcome Caffeine, welcome Jordan T, welcome Mr. Retro himself. Thank you so much for the raid, I really appreciate that. So glad to have you here, hope you're doing well. For those of you who are new here, my name is Ectric. I am a PokeTuber. I do a bunch of different Pokemon streams, including some shiny hunts, like we're doing right now. I do hardcore nuzlocks, like this series used to be. I also do some other Nintendo games, like Zelda, Mario. I'm also learning how to speedrun Wii Sports, so if any of that sounds interesting to you, consider liking and subscribing. Helps out the channel. You'll catch every single one of those streams as they come out, and you'll have a wonderful time. But thank you so much for joining. Welcome Frost Steve as well. And Toasted Coffee, thank you so much for joining in as well. How are you doing? I'm doing wonderfully. So glad to have you all here. Lennyface, thank you so much for joining as well. Wii Sports speedruns. Yeah, they're actually fun. They're actually a lot of fun. I found out about them through Summoning Salt's videos. He did a history on the Wii Sports speedrun, and I was like, I want to try that. Really what I wanted to do is I wanted to try out a speedrun that I could do multiple runs in one stream, because the only other speedruns I've ever done are Mario Odyssey, and I'm not good enough at Odyssey to not have it take 2 hours. So it would basically be I'd get 1 run per stream, and that's it, and that's way I'd get way too few runs to be able to make it worth it with my stream schedule. So I wanted one where I could do like multiple runs in a single stream, so I could get more and more practice at it. So Wii Sports was a perfect timing. Also, yes, thank you, Nicholas, for posting Mr. Retro's channel. For those who are in my chat, if you have not checked out Mr. Retro's channel, go give him a like and give him a subscription. Check out his channel, see if you like it. He was kind enough to rate us. I will also go check out his channel. What were you playing today? I just subbed. Thank you so much, Frost Steve. I really appreciate that. Oh, I'm already subscribed to you, Mr. Retro. Have you rated before? Interesting. You were playing some Splatoon, I see? Awesome. Well, thank you so much for the raid. You should speedrun Resort. Honestly, I'm down to play Resort as well. The only problem is I need to make sure I have the Wii Plus controller or whatever. I think the one that I use has it installed, though. I slightly dislike Tuesdays. I'm sorry to hear that, Caffeine. Wait, I actually kind of want to stay now? Well, thank you, Jordan. I appreciate that. I hope you do. I actually speedrun SMO before, but I think my time was like 2.5 hours. Yeah, I think my best time I ever got was like a 151-ish. And that was just from playing it fast. Not using any of like the crazy skips or anything like that. But it was, yeah, it was... I'm not that fast at it. I love Odyssey. It's one of my like top 3 games of all time, but I'm not super good at speedrunning it compared to like the world records and stuff. So I figured I'd go with Wii Sports just because it's quicker. I feel like I could get better at it. It has a little bit more luck involved, so I'm good at being stubborn at the very least. So I may not be as skillful, but I will definitely bash my head against the wall quick enough to eventually get a good game. Zoned out in time to miss the raid. Nice. No worries, Lucian. But yeah, thank you so much, Temmie Derp, as well, for joining this stream. I'm not sure if you were part of the raid or not, but I appreciate you being here nonetheless. Playing Splatoon 3, nice. I've never played Splatoon before, but I've heard some good things about it. I think you found me from Microwave? Oh, maybe. I'm not sure, but yeah. If you know Microwave, that's probably where I found you from. Speedrun Mario Kart Wii, maybe? Quite the game to speedrun. Yeah, I theoretically could do that as well. I have Mario Kart Wii. I have the original Wii as well. I'm not amazing at Mario Kart. Like, I'm decent, but I feel like that one's also, like, very, very optimized. And it's much more about just straight skills. So I feel like that one would be a lot more of a grind to do. But I could be down to do it. I speedrun Mario Kart, or Mario Kart 64? Or, yeah, Mario Kart 64. Awesome! I've seen a couple of, like, history of speedruns of some of those games, so I know generally the gist of them. I watch a lot of Summoning Salt, in other words. But that's awesome. Yeah, I feel like I want to try out more speedruns. I just don't have enough time to stream as many games as I would like. Stream enough to be able to do speedruns of multiple games. So I'm kind of trying to stick with just Wii Sports for now. Are you farming for XP? No, I am shiny hunting for a Manectric right now. Also, thank you so much for subscribing, Frost Steve. I really appreciate that. I know you mentioned that you were going to do it. I appreciate you following through, and I will hope to see you in future streams, because we do a lot of fun stuff on this channel. Usually this is around the time we would start a stream, so I usually on the weekdays stream pretty late Eastern Standard Time wise, but we usually stream most weekdays, weekday nights. Not necessarily Mario Kart Wii is still more specifically luck. There's always a luck factor. I mean, yeah, there's always luck and stuff like that, especially with some of like the ultra shortcuts and stuff. But I feel like that kind of luck is a lot more like you have to be really good to eat for the luck to even count. And I don't know that I have the time nor patience to get that good to the point where luck comes into it and being stubborn about the luck. For years I speedran the game. That game, it was fun. Mario Kart Wii is hard to speedrun. Yeah, I feel like it, especially with the motion controls, that's got to be really rough. Mudkip, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining me. Glad to have you here. And once again, Mr. Retro, I really appreciate the raid. Again, go check out his channel if you have not, and go subscribe. It looks like he was pretty close to 700 last I checked. So try and get him to 700. Let's get him right up there with us. I really appreciate that. Any game is pretty hard to spin. That's fair. I mean, there's some games where it's like, you know, if you know the strategy, like there are some speedruns where they're almost free to get just because it's like you can only do a game do it so fast, and it doesn't take all that much skill to get it as the fastest. But you know, if any game that you're that isn't like, you know, railroaded is probably going to be pretty hard to speedrun at the top level. Nicholas, thank you so much for posting the link again. Yeah, go subscribe to Mr. Retro, get him to 700. Let's see if we can't get it. Use the power of this channel to get him to 700. I can confirm that Snow Kingdom is the worst main game kingdom in SMO. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Snow Kingdom personally. I was thinking that for 1,000 subscribers, if I ever get there, I would do a stream where I try and defeat Darker Side of the Moon, start the game and then get all the way to Darker Side and defeat Darker Side all in one stream. I'm not sure how well I'd do it because I feel like I've never sped around the 100% category of SMO, and I feel like that might be a large ask to try for the first time, but I feel like it could be a fun like challenge stream, and like try and at least get as close as possible, because I am decent at SMO. I'm not like amazing, but I am pretty decent at the platforming and stuff in that game. And I've beaten the game dozens of times at this point, so I do know that at least the very first like 124 moons would be easy enough to get. Not gonna lie, the first time I beat SMO, it felt magical. Yeah, actually, the first time I ever played SMO, it was I had originally bought it because I heard that there was decent enough multiplayer options, and my fiance at the time, my girlfriend, and we were long distance, and we were looking for a game to play together whenever we visited each other. And so I was like, oh, this one apparently says it has really good multiplayer options, two-player options. So we ended up playing All right, my voice should be back. Give me a second for the game audio. God, this is annoying. All right, and bam. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. We can hear you. Perfect. Thank you so much for joining me again. I did end up resetting my emulator, so hopefully it'll work better now. All back now. Perfect. All right. Hopefully resetting the emulator will fix the issue, because I really don't know why it keeps doing this to me. But thank you for staying here and sticking around. I appreciate it. And I will. Let me try and get back to where what we were talking about. Let's see. Oh, beating SMO. Right. I'm a genius. Emulation can cause issues. Yeah. Basically, what's happening is every single time my emulator freezes up for a second, it kicks all of my audio out of OBS and makes it so that it can't connect to any of my audio devices. Probably because the emulator is like blocking off the connection to the audio devices, trying to get it to work again. I don't know exactly what's going on, but every time my emulator freezes, it kicks all of my audio off, and I have to connect to all of my audio devices in OBS, which is frustrating. But you know, we do what we got to do. But yeah, going back to SMI, I was talking about how it's one of my favorites, and I was originally planning on trying to play it with my fiance, who at the time was my girlfriend, because we were long distance. We wanted the game to play while we were together and visiting each other, and it had good two-player, and we just got so obsessed with the game that it ended up just becoming one that we would play for entire visits that we were together. We would just be like, all right, let's get some Chinese food. We're gonna sit down and we're gonna just clear out every single moon in this world, and then we'll move on to the next one, and so on and so forth. And we just played through that entire game and spent so many hours on it. It was just so much fun working together. It really has a ton of nostalgia of getting to see my girlfriend for the first time in months. So it really has a special place in my heart. Am I the only one who imagines myself replacing the character I'm playing as in the miniature games? I mean, sort of. I kind of switch back and forth between it being me and it being a character that I'm dealing with, which really has everything to do with whether that character is doing something good or bad. If the character's doing something good, that's me in there. But if it's doing something bad, the character's doing something bad and screwing me over. So I imagine myself replacing Link in Ocarina of Time. I mean, yeah, I actually had my character named Ectric on the when I played through it. It was actually one of the first games I played on the channel. It was like maybe the fourth or fifth series that we ever did on the channel was an Ocarina of Time playthrough. It was my very first Zelda game. I had never played through any of the Zelda games before, and it was a lot of fun. Obviously, it was from within a few months of me starting the channel, so some of the audio quality might not be up to date, and you know the layouts and stuff might not be as amazing. My commentary might not be as good as it is now, but you know, I'm still pretty proud of how it came out. Do you know SMO has a total of 883 power moons, and the rest you have to buy at the shop for $9.99? Yes, I did know that. It kind of bothers me that you can keep buying moons until you get to $9.99, because technically you could buy up to $9.99 without getting the 883, which really bothers me. Ocarina of Time was such a great game. I was actually sad when I beat it. Yeah, I enjoyed that one a lot. I wouldn't say I was sad when I beat it, just because at that point I had been playing for a long while and was looking forward to getting a fresh game to play. But I did have a ton of fun with it. It's actually not my favorite Zelda game by any stretch of the imagination. It's actually lower on the scale for me in terms of Zelda games, just because I'm much more of a, the graphics are a little too old for my taste. It did take me out of the game a little bit, but I did have a lot of fun with it. At least it has a really good ending. Yes, that is very true. Its ending is amazing. I would say my favorite Zelda game is Twilight Princess. I loved Twilight Princess. Breath of the Wild was also a lot of fun. Skyward Sword is probably my second favorite. So I would say probably in the order, I would say Twilight Princess, Skyward Sword, Breath of the Wild, Ocarina of Time in terms of how much fun I had with it. But none of them are like bad by any means. And those are the only 4 Zelda games I've played so far. Planning on doing another one after I finish playing the Outbound Ghost as my new Sunday series. I'm debating between Wind Waker, Majora's Mask, Link's Awakening, or Spirit Tracks as the one I want to play next. I'm kind of leaning towards Wind Waker just because I feel like that's the next most popular one, but nothing guaranteed yet. Also, thank you so much for 26 likes, everyone. That is absolutely insane, the support you've shown me. I really appreciate that. Yeah, all 4 Zelda games that I've played thus far are on the channel, so if you want to see my reaction to any of them, all of them were first blind playthroughs, and they're all up on the channel in their entirety, so you can see my entire reaction to Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess, Skyward Sword, or Breath of the Wild. All Zelda games are good. Yeah, I haven't found one that I don't like yet. Although I did technically play like the first dungeon of the original Zelda, and that one just beat the crap out of me, and I did not have fun with that one too much. It was just very frustrating. My fiance is a huge Zelda fan, and she wanted me to try out the original Zelda because she wanted to get me into Zelda, but apparently her thought was not, let me give him the one that will be most fun for him to play so that he'll enjoy it and then want to go play the rest of them. Her thought was, let me start him with the first one because that's where I started, and he can feel the same pain that I felt, and that'll make him want to play more Zelda games. Did you play Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, aka probably the hardest Zelda game? And yes, I did beat it. No, I've not played that one. I've only played the 4 that I mentioned. I do plan on playing all of the Zeldas at some point or another on the channel, but for now, I've only played the 4 that I mentioned. Yeah, I beat the original Legend of Zelda. I was kind of disappointed with the final boss. Yeah, I've only gotten through the first dungeon, and it took me over 100 deaths, and in like 2 or 3 hours, and then I was like, all right, yeah, I'm done. Didn't go back to it, but I will go back to it eventually, I'm sure. Now that I'm more of a Zelda aficionado, maybe I'll be able to understand the controls better, be better at defeating the game and stuff. We'll see. No guarantees. So I'm out of my first Snapple. Oh. There we go. Apparently I had a little bit of extra in another bottle. For those of you who are new here, I am addicted to Snapple, specifically Diet Peach Snapple. And there are just Snapple bottles that are sitting around my entire apartment in every corner, just kind of littered around because I just drink that much Snapple. And every once in a while I'll find one that still has some Snapple in it, and that's always exciting. Final boss, if you don't know, is basically you enter a room and it goes invisible, and literally all you have to do is swing your sword aimlessly like 39 billion times, and eventually he gets stunned, and you just shoot him with a bow, and then he's dead. Gotcha. That does sound kind of disappointing. I'm addicted to Coca-Cola. Pepsi's better in my opinion. Yeah, I used to drink a ton of soda, and I do agree, Jordan, that Pepsi was my preferred over Coke. I don't dislike Coke, but I preferred Pepsi personally. But freshman year of college, you know how they say that you gain the freshman 15? It was much more like the freshman 50 for me. I gained a ton of weight, partially because I was eating in the dining hall and just basically eating at a buffet every single day, and I had no self-control over my portion sizes. But it was also because I started drinking a ton of soda to keep me awake at night, and I was drinking like 3 or 4 bottles of Pepsi a day, and it was really, really unhealthy. I was drinking a ton of calories, and I decided, all right, if I can't stop myself from eating a ton of food, maybe I can switch to a different drink that's healthier. So I stopped drinking soda altogether, and then went to switch over to Snapple, and tried doing water, was unsuccessful at convincing myself to drink water, so I drank Diet Snapple instead. My favorite soda is Dr. Pepper. Nowadays I will sometimes drink a soda. I try to stay away from it for the most part, but I do enjoy the occasional ginger ale or Sprite, personally. Pepsi tasted weird to me. That's fair. It is different. I will give you that, and it's a little bit sweeter. I just kind of preferred it. You leave the half-full Snapple bottles around to unexpected snacks? For the most part, no. For the most part, I'll finish them very, very quickly. But every once in a while, I will forget that I didn't finish a Snapple bottle, so it'll just sit there, and then I'll start a new one, and then I'll come back to it and see it, and I'll go like to throw it out, and I'll be like, oh, this still has half of a Snapple left in it. That's awesome, and I'll get very excited. Dr. Pepper is popular in Texas. Yeah, I was never really a big fan of Dr. Pepper. It's just like a interesting taste that I didn't really enjoy that much, personally, but it is, you know, I acknowledge that it's probably the most popular overall. It's just not my cup of tea. Well, actually, it is my cup of tea, because I also don't like tea. There's a theory that Dr. Pepper is just a mix of Coke and root beer. Interesting. I could kind of see that. I could see it being that. Speaking of root beer, I actually don't really enjoy root beer either. I honestly, I was much more of like just a straight Coke drinker growing up. Root beer is by far the most garbage soda in existence. Ah, so you also don't like root beer? Nice. All right. I thought you were about to like ask me which one I preferred of like the brands, like Bark or like I forget what it is. Barks or like A&T or whatever it is, or like or Dog or whatever. I don't remember what the different brands are. I just remember Barks. Only certified NPCs in root beer. I don't know about that, but yeah, I'm not a huge fan of root beer either. Growing up, I basically only drank Coke and Pepsi, but I decided to. I started drinking Sprite because I figured it was like slightly better for you than Coke and Pepsi. And whenever there was only soda available or water, and you wouldn't catch me dead drinking water. That's a nice shirt. Thank you, Will. I appreciate that. Glad to have you in the stream. Just doing a shiny hunting stream from an Ectric. And yeah, I was dressed to go to work, but then ended up working from home, so really it didn't end up... I didn't end up needing to wear this fancy shirt, but I'm still wearing it, so, you know, there's that. Do we have any predictions in chat about what encounter number you think we're going to end up getting to before we get a shiny, let's say? Because obviously it's very possible that we phase on this multiple times, considering how many different mons there are in this grass patch, and how few of them are electric or manectric. I work at Whataburger, but I went and it was closed for health violation, so I just stayed home and streamed. Oh, nice! Well, I mean, not nice that your work was closed for health violations, but it's nice that you were able to get to stream because of it. Encounter... Oh, that's way too many. 10,000? Honestly, I would take 10,000. It's a little bit over odds, but it's not too bad. I'm worried that it's going to get into like the 30,000s. So are shinies literally shiny, or is it a stat thing? They are literally a different color. So if... How do I do this? Oh, I know what I can do. It's going to show... It's going to be weird for a second, but if we go over here, the screen shows black, but if you look over here, next to my face over... Oops, there. There we go. Over that way. That is a shiny Talonflame, so it is, if you note what a regular Talonflame looks like, it's got like the red, but it's got like gray feathers underneath. But the shiny Talonflame has like brownish feathers underneath, and it's a slightly different shade of red, I think. So shinies are basically just different color variations. Oh, you're colorblind, gotcha. Well, there's some that are much more significantly different than this one, but Manectric, if you look at the logo, is the logo on my thumbnail and stuff like that, that is what a shiny Manectric will look like, whereas a regular Manectric has like a lighter blue coloring to it normally. What are the chances of getting a shiny? 1 in 8,192 in this game. So, not very likely. We're basically just constantly trying to win the lottery. Ectric, on the other hand, is a light blue color when it's a shiny, and normally it's this greenish, lighter greenish color. So that is the difference between shinies and regular Pokemon. Yeah, it's gonna be wild. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I might get very lucky and get it in, like, 400 something encounters, but in all likelihood, it is going to be in the thousands of encounters before I get one. We've also been doing some other shiny hunts for other mons in different methods, and the other method that I'm using right now is called the Masuda method, which is essentially in Pokemon. If you don't really know Pokemon that well, you can breed Pokemon for eggs, and then you can hatch those eggs. Shiny hunting is main. Yeah, it definitely can be. Got away safely, yes. But yeah, in Pokemon you can breed for eggs, and if the two parent Pokemon are from games that have a different language. So, for example, you can get Pokemon in English, you can get it in Japanese, you can get it in German, French, all that kind of stuff. If you were to get one Pokemon that's from, let's say, English, and one Pokemon that's from a Japanese version, and you have them breed for the eggs, you actually get an increased shiny chance. So it makes it more likely that you'll get a shiny from those types of eggs. Who's your favorite streamer? The one you enjoy watching the most? That's a good question. In terms of streamers, I actually do really enjoy watching Zed's channel. So if you get an exclamation point Zed in there, Zed is an awesome streamer. I enjoy hanging out in his streams. I also really enjoy watching Original 151. He is another PokeTuber that I really enjoy watching. He's got some great stuff. He's very, very funny. Awesome streamer to watch. For the most part, I'm not as much into watching streams. I much more watch like YouTube videos, but those are two that I would mention. Microwave's a good streamer as well, but he doesn't stream as much because he's got school. But yeah, those two would probably be the ones that I probably hop in the most often. So I'd say those. I also recently caught this just today actually. I caught a new streamer. I think it was Maple Cookies Gaming. They were streaming, and they were doing some shiny hunting as well, and I was enjoying their stream as well. They were a fun streamer to watch. So definitely go check out their channel as well. But getting back to the Masuda method, the Masuda method, basically you have the two different Pokemon from different language versions, and then you get better shiny odds, and you can also get what's called a shiny charm, which also increases your odds, and usually you have to get that by completing the Pokedex 100% in some of the newer games. So the shiny hunt we're doing is a Masuda method hunt with the shiny charm. So our odds are actually bumped all the way up to 1 in 512, and we're still at over 1,100 eggs, and still no shiny. So my shiny luck is pretty terrible in general. I would say you should also farm for XP, but this is already going to take long enough. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, we don't need to beat the game. The way I'm doing this is I am hardcore nuzlocking these games until I get to the point where I can catch the shiny, and then once I catch the shiny, that game's done. I'm not looking to beat it. So I don't actually have to grind anymore because I'm already done with trying to progress in the game. What's your go-to video genre on YouTube? I've been watching a lot of build videos lately. Guy building a bunker in his backyard, or people creating stuff with resin. Oh, nice. That's fun stuff to watch. I have a bunch of different genres that I'll watch and I'll cycle through. I enjoy watching like the gaming stuff, although I haven't really watched a lot of them lately. I also really enjoy watching what was it? I like watching like the Summoning Salt videos with the history of speedrunning. That's been really interesting to watch. I also have been somewhat recently watching a bunch of this channel that does competitive Risk playing. Also, I've been watching some competitive Settlers of Catan. So some competitive board gaming stuff. Really, really interesting stuff to watch. I've been enjoying those. Every once in a while, I'll watch some like commentary on like sports and stuff like that. I will watch history videos. I really enjoy watching like Oversimplified and History Civilis. They're like just learning about different historical events and you know the story behind those. Really, really interesting. I kind of cycle through. It's gaming for me since my favorite YouTuber does gaming videos. Nice. Yeah, I enjoy watching the gaming videos as well. For sure. But it's only one of the genres I kind of cycle through. That all sounds pretty interesting. Yeah, it really just depends on, you know, what gets thrown in my recommended, and I tend to go down rabbit holes of the same genre. So I'll get into a loop where I'm watching a ton of competitive risk, and like all of my recommended videos are competitive risk, but then I check in my subscriptions and I see that there's a new video on, you know, like politics or something like that, and I'll start watching all of these videos commenting on politics, and then I'll watch a video of one of the, you know, comedy commentators that I watch, and all of a sudden now I'm watching comedy commentators and talking about all different topics and stuff. So it really just depends on what I end up getting into a rabbit hole for, and it kind of cycles through. Your YouTube black hole, just one more video. Yeah, that's the other thing. YouTube Shorts lately I've been watching a decent amount of, and that is the definition of a black hole. It is crazy how quickly you can just get sucked in and spend way, way, way too long on watching. Sometimes not even anything at all. Sometimes you're just skipping through videos over and over again looking for something, and it's just like, all right, one more. Maybe the next one will be interesting. Oh, that one's interesting. Maybe I'll get another one. No, this is completely different. All right, skip. Oh, this is interesting also. It's just like, it takes advantage of the fact that, like, you constantly, like, getting, you know, that curiosity to see what's going to happen. But at the same time, you know, not fully satisfying it, so that you need to get that next fix. It's like extremely, extremely smart marketing wise, but it's also scary how effective it is. Not the only one. Yeah, it's rough. It's the same with TikTok. That's why TikTok is so popular. It like hijacks the part of your brain that's like, I'm curious about this, I want to learn more about this, but it also never gives like a fully satisfying answer, and it doesn't give you enough that you're like, all right, I'm done, so you move on to the next thing. Doodle, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining me. How have you been? Glad to see you again. The issue with shorts is that it can be addicting and your attention span goes away. Exactly, yeah. You get hooked, and then you're constantly like, okay, I want to just get a little bit more of what I was looking for, and then it like throws you something new that's like, okay, now I want to get a little bit more of this. I've been lurking while playing Apex. I just lost my game, so I have time to say how it goes. Welcome, Solo. Glad to have you here. Glad that you've been lurking, and I appreciate you. It's going pretty well. No shinies yet, but, you know, we've barely been going, so. We've only gotten, like, 300 and something encounters today, so. It'll be a long haul to get this shiny. I caught my first shelf the other day. Congratulations! And I've been grinding Animal Crossing. I should play some more Animal Crossing. I really should get back into it. My problem is, I only stream at, like, really late at night, and all of the stuff in Animal Crossing is closed that late. Like, the shop closes at 10. I don't usually start streaming until 10, so I'd have to, like, change my Switch's time to be able to play effectively. But I should definitely do that sometime. I should go back and do some Animal Crossing. Are there ways to increase your chances of getting a shiny? Yes, there are. There's the Masuda method that I described earlier. There's the Shiny Charm. In certain games, there are different methods that you can use. Like, for example, in Let's Go, you can increase your odds by chaining Pokemon, which basically means you catch the same Pokemon over and over and over in a row, and that increases your chances of getting a shiny. You've also got, in Legend of Arceus, Outbreaks have a higher chance of getting shinies, and you can also get the Shiny Charm in there. So there are different ways of increasing your odds. You really just have to, like, look up what game you're specifically shiny hunting in, and what the methods are to maximize your odds. Kakashi, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining. Glad to see you. Oh, I turned on Animal Crossing for the first time in months, and it looked like my player was in hibernation. Oh yeah, the messy hair, and then they like shake it out and they go back to normal. That's very funny. I like that a lot. Yeah. Hey, Shiny Manectric Hunt and Emerald. Bold move, I like it. Maple Cookies, thank you so much for joining. I was actually just mentioning you. I was talking about your stream earlier. For those of you who do not know, go check out Maple Cookies Gaming. They I just found their channel this morning, or this afternoon rather, and they were doing some shiny hunting as well. So if you're enjoying my stuff, definitely go check them out as well. They are an awesome streamer. I had a ton of fun in their channel on their channel. So go check them out. Give them a subscription. Let's try and get them closer to 100. They're at currently at 79. But yeah, we're doing a shiny Manectric Hunt in Emerald. It's definitely going to be a long one. This is actually part of a bigger series that we're doing that I'm calling the Ultimate Hardcore Shiny Manectric Hunt, where I'm going to go through every single game you can get a Manectric in, and I'm going to hardcore nuzlocke that game until I get to the point where I can catch a Manectric. Then I'm going to shiny hunt it. So we started with Emerald. This is the first game we're doing it in. I hardcore nuzlocked up until the 5th gym, beating our dad, and then I was able to surf over to this patch of grass where we can catch Manectric, and now I'm shiny hunting it. And then once we get the shiny in this one, we'll move on to the next game, and so on and so forth until we go through every single game you can get a Manectric in. So it's going to be a really long series, but, you know, that's fine. I do that. I feel so bad when I have to kill the roaches. I don't feel too bad, but it is a little, like, morbid going through and, like, you just see their, like, souls pop up when you step on them. Got the little, like, skulls popping up. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm going to go to bed now. All right, Mr. Retro, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for the raid. Once again, if you are have not checked out Mr. Retro, go check out his channel. He was kind enough to raid us, and go give him a subscription, get him to 700. We're going to try and pass on the love as much as possible and the kindness that he showed us. Duh, shucks, thanks for the kind words. And that's an interesting and awesome little / big series you got going. Yeah. I had the idea way back in like December of last year. Made an announcement for it in January and then didn't start it until like July. So yeah, it was definitely it was definitely a tough idea, and it's going to be a long series, but I'm excited for it. Manectric's one of my favorite Pokemon, so it'll be worth it in the end. Thank you, Wolflink Linux, for posting that link again. Go subscribe to Mr. Retro, and I would definitely be down to do some streaming of Smash. Maybe a live Fighting Fridays or something like that. Although, I don't think I'd be able to do it on a Friday, so we'd have to do it another day. But I'm down. Definitely down. Let me know any evening you're free. We can definitely do that. Oops. Knocked over my microphone. Fighting Wednesday? You want to do it tomorrow? I'm down to do it tomorrow. I was planning on originally doing a different series, but I'm down to do it tomorrow instead. You should stream Cuphead? That actually is something I would enjoy doing as well. I feel like I'm a big fan of jazz music, so I feel like Cuphead would be a really good idea to do. I'm down. If you want to suggest any games, you can do ! Suggest a game, and it pulls up a Google form where you can suggest literally any game you want me to play. I can't promise that I'll get to it soon or get to it at all, but I would love for you to suggest more games for me to do so I can try and cater what games I'm going to be playing to what people would want to see. Smash Saturdays? Oh, that could be good too. I'd be down to do a Smash Saturday stream. Thank you, Lucian, for posting that command. So yeah, there's the link right there. If you want to suggest a game that I should play, click on that link. You can fill that form out as many times as you want, so if you have multiple games, feel free to fill it out as many times as you want. Try not to spam it with a bunch of like nonsense or anything, but if you've got a bunch of games you want to see me play, definitely go fill it out. Beware though, it's one of the hardest games of all time. According to Google, only 13% of players beat it, and I'm a part of that 13. Nice! Yeah, I've definitely heard that it's a difficult game. So it probably would be one where I'd be bashing my head against the wall, bashing my Cuphead against the wall, and but like I'm a huge fan of jazz music, and I've listened to some of the soundtrack, and it's absolutely incredible. So I definitely want to try that game out sometime. AFK? All right. Feel free to fill out that form whenever you want to. And obviously, don't feel like you're obligated to fill it out if you don't have any games to suggest. It's just if you have something in mind you'd like to see me play. Alright. We're getting close to 400 encounters total. Although, I do need to mention that this number is going to increase because for the first stream, I only counted the encounters with Ectric/Manectric. So now we're counting all encounters, which means that the count's going to go up because I'm going to go back and retroactively add the rest of the encounters that I missed the first stream. Also, we are at 29 likes. That is absolutely insane. Thank you so much for the support, everyone. I really appreciate every single one of you. Whether you're lurking, whether you're chatting, whether you just had to stop, you can only stop by, I appreciate every single one of you. So once we do finish this shiny hunt, though, I think that the next game that we're going to do is probably Pokemon Shield. I really want to play through Pokemon Shield and do a hardcore nuzlocke of that one. So we are going to be doing that one. I forget. Is it this button that has it? Or is it this button? Or is it neither? Let me minimize this for a second. I can't find it. Hold on. Did I get rid of it? I had a picture of, oh, you know what? It's on this screen, isn't it? There we go. There we go. So, I'm planning on doing, oh, I had Fire Red a second. But for Sword and Shield, I only have to beat the first gym. So that is all I have to do to be able to, get through. I guess I might do Fire Red next then. That one I actually have to beat the entire game as a hardcore nuzlocke though, so that will definitely be a rough one to do. But we'll see. I was thinking about doing Shield, but maybe I should do it in the order that I wrote down. I think I put that order based on like how recently I've played those gens. But who knows? Welcome back, Jordan. Appreciate you being here still. We were talking about what game we're going to be doing next once I get the shiny in this game. Which probably won't be for a while, but got to be prepared because at any point it could be that I need to to switch to it. There's no guarantee when this is going to end, so it could be today, it could be in a year from now. It really just depends all on luck, so I need to be ready for what I want to know. Literally just check to see what you could get when you could get Electric and Sword and Shield. Don't know why I didn't think it was in the base game. Yeah, you can get Electric in like the first, right before the first gym. But I think I don't know why I put the first gym specifically. I think I did say that I was going to just make it so that you had to get just an Electric in that game rather than a Manectric, because I think that Manectric you actually have to evolve from Electric no matter what. So I don't think you can like catch a Manectric in the wild in that game, so it doesn't matter. We just gotta go quickly. So Sword and Shield are gonna be quick ones. Just suggested game to play sometime. Thank you so much, Solo. I appreciate that. I'll have to check it out. I'm probably gonna head to bed. Alright, Doodle, thank you so much for stopping by. Have a great night, and I hope to see you soon. I'm gonna submit Cuphead just in case you forgot. Thank you so much. Yeah, I appreciate that. I probably will forget. I'm pretty forgetful when it comes to what's talked about on stream. I like to say that you know, I don't at all blame anyone for tuning me out, because I constantly tune myself out. Especially when I'm streaming, it's just like, you know, constantly just like switching from topic to topic. I forget what I'm talking about by the time chat catches up and responds to a question that I've asked or something. So definitely makes sense to, you know, make sure I have it in writing, your suggestion. But I appreciate that, Jordan. So it turns out that I might actually end up doing a Smash stream tomorrow instead of the Shining Pearl one I was going to do. Because I am planning somewhat soon on starting a new thing where I'm going to be going through all of the different Pokemon games and trying to complete the Pokedex in each of them. Well, in each gen, I guess. Loved your short when you found a puppy in the house. It was absolutely hilarious. Yeah, that was from Twilight Princess. I loved that. Was one of my I think it was probably my most popular clip that I posted on Reddit. I posted it a while ago, but I decided I wanted to put it as a short as well, and it's just it was such a fun first encounter with that game. It really set up the entire game for just being an absolutely joy to play through. There were so many good times in that. You know, you had Mr. Scruffles the dog. You had hanging out with Larry the statue. There was just so many different things that went into that series that made it such a close one to my heart. That's probably a big reason why Twilight Princess is my favorite Zelda game. I like the dog plus stick to touch in Breath of the Wild. Yeah, in general, if there are dogs in a game, I will get obsessed with the dog over any other objective in a game. So, if a dev ever includes a dog, I'm going to obsess over the dog. You have a Reddit page? I do, in fact, have a Reddit. I actually have a subreddit, r/Ectric, as well. I haven't posted on Reddit in probably about half a year now, so it's pretty much dead at this point, but subbed. Thank you so much, John. I appreciate that. I definitely need to go back to posting on Reddit, because it actually was how I first started growing the channel significantly before I started streaming regularly and doing shorts. It was how I grew the channel, and it's how I got like any sort of traction, was posting on subreddits and just like, you know, posting clips and stuff like that, and having people come over and check out the channel from there. Obviously, it's not as much of a turnover compared to like shorts or streaming, because you have to go off-site to do it, but it was a lot. It was very, very helpful. The people on the Reddit who would check out those ones, you know that they're big fans of whatever you're doing, because it's put in front of people who are big fans of whatever series you're posting. So it ended up, you know, finding the right. It helped you find the right people immediately. So I think it was definitely very beneficial, and I want to continue doing that. I don't want to give that up. Right now, I'm not sure if I want to be mad or confused. About what, Zachary? And thank you for submitting, Jordan. I appreciate that. I didn't realize you were a big Redditor, John. It's been a while since I've hopped on my Reddit. I think partially because I got logged out of my account, and I use randomly generated passwords for all of my accounts, so that I don't have to worry about changing more than one if I ever get like one compromised. I just randomly generate strings of numbers and letters and special symbols, and just use like really long strings of random characters as all of my passwords, and then I keep them, you know, keep a running list of all of my different passwords. But the problem is, when I don't have that list in front of me, I'm not able to sign back into things unless it's one of the few that I've memorized. I'm on there from time to time. I'll go months of being on there all the time and then put it down for months. Yeah, that's kind of how I've been lately. Reddit used to be like my main social media app, but then when I got a Twitter, I kind of started just scrolling on that instead and stopped looking at Reddit as much. And now with Shorts being like the main thing that I use as like a way to put out my clips, Reddit has become much less of use to me. But I should still go back to it from time to time. Also, is this a GBA game? Yes, it is. It is in fact a GBA game. Just got back from the store, and there's a hole in the shape of a person on my third floor's floor. What? Ow! That's crazy. Also, welcome to the stream, Polytoad. I appreciate you being here. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Just bought Xenoblade Chronicles on Switch because I heard it's good. Yeah, I heard it's good as well. I feel like I should. That's another one that I should probably try out sometime. But yeah, Zachary, you're gonna need to give him more information. That's crazy. There's a person-shaped hole in your floor. That is nuts. It's a masterpiece. Oh, Xenoblade Chronicles. I thought you meant the hole in the ground. I was like, I mean, I suppose, in some ways. But yeah, Lucian, I know you're a huge fan of Xenoblade Chronicles. I feel like I should try it sometime. What is like the main gameplay mechanic? Is it like a strategy game? Is it more of like a platformer? What is the main like game mechanic? I'm so confused. Time to go see who's hurting. Oh boy. I hope no one's hurt. I need to finish Xenoblade 3 still. I've been distracted by Splatoon. Gotcha. I do remember you were super duper into Xenoblade when it came out. JRPG. That's what is the Japanese role-playing game, right? All the combat is live. Okay. So it's live combat, but you go into different battles and stuff. Okay, cool. I wasn't sure if it was like you know, Project Triangle strategy or whatever, like where it's just where you like had to do like, or like a Pokemon even, where you had to like use moves and it was turn-based and that kind of thing, or if it was like live action type stuff, like a Zelda. You automatically attack the enemy if you're in range, but you manually use arts, which are basically skills. Oh, so it's almost a little bit like a League of Legends or something in terms of like the fighting mechanics type of thing, where you like, it's like you tell your character where to go, they automatically attack, and then you can use like special moves and stuff. Kind of like Final Fantasy's 15 or 7 remake, the combat is open, not turn-based. Gotcha. Makes sense. And I don't mean to compare it to League of Legends, because it's obviously that's a MOBA, and Xenoblade Chronicles is like a story-based game, but in terms of like specifically the character fighting type stuff, I'm picking up what you're putting down. I'm really not sure what my favorite genre of game would be. I think I was asked this somewhat recently, and I think I said party games were probably my favorite, like a Mario Party or a Wii Party, or, you know, even like a Jackbox or something like that. I feel like those are probably closer to what my favorite genre would be. Obviously, I love Pokemon, so like the strategy mixed with story type of stuff is also fun. But in terms of like genres specifically, I feel like it would probably be like a game with like a bunch of different mini games you could play. I played Xenoblade 2 and enjoyed it a lot. Should give it the first and third one a go as well. Yeah, definitely. I've heard very good things. I definitely would be down to try it as well. Lost in Random, the game I suggested earlier, is a game that you use dice to fill up a meter. When the meter gets full, you draw a card. Cards have a number assigned to them, and the cards you can... what you think the person fixing it is going to say. It's a good question. I don't know. Sorry, we forgot the manhole cover or something like that. That'd be funny. And the cards you can play are determined by the roll of the dice. What you roll is how high of a card number you are able to play. YouTube wouldn't let me put that all in one thing. Yeah, they only give you a max of 200 characters. Probably so you can't, like, spam paragraphs and stuff and mess with the chat too much. Something along the lines of what the F happened here. That's probably more accurate, but I prefer the manhole cover thing. I feel like we should get to at least 500 encounters before we call it a stream. Been going for almost 3 hours, but I want to get to a decent, like, milestone before we call it, because we can get encounters a lot quicker in this shiny hunting series. So I want to take advantage of it. Oh, excuse my yawn. Menetric's so cool. It's such a cool sprite. Combat is a bit different than I explained, but for the most part, it's accurate. All right. I feel like if I tried it out, I would be able to figure it out at the very least. And it gives me a good sense of what type of game it is. So even if it's like slightly inaccurate, it's probably fine. Fine enough to know you know, what to expect out of the game and let the game explain the rest. Wait, why do I feel like it's going to be literally 7 a.m. by the time you get a shiny? Well, I mean, I'm not going to stream until I get a shiny. We're probably going to end it off fairly soon. But it will probably be that many hours of streaming, at the very least, until we get a shiny. FIFA, welcome to the stream. So glad to see you again. Hope you're doing well. We are currently shiny hunting a Manectric, and we're about 400-something encounters in. Probably more than that, and still nothing but, you know, the odds are very much stacked against us getting it this early. How do it be? The doing do. I'm doing the good. Well, I am also doing the good. I'm doing the wonderfully. Use a slingshot to shoot crystals on the enemies. Collect the crystal shards, and those fill up the meter. Not dice rolls. Dice rolls only determine the cards you play. Oh, okay. That makes sense. I'm getting a Chaos Crew raid. Welcome back to the stream, Cheverino. Thank you so much for joining. Hope you're doing well. Can we get some exclamation points? Cheverinos in the chat. They are another streamer. They do some awesome Pokemon content where they do their patented Chaos Lock, which is a nuzlocke where everything is randomized. And it causes pure chaos. They also recently did some Kingdom Hearts on Proud Mode, so if any of that sounds interesting, go check out their channel, give them a subscription, and check out their streams. We're also going to be doing a collab in the future. Doing a Chaos Lock, Cage Lock. Should be fun time. Really enjoy this type of stream because there seems to be quite a bit of chat back and forth, which is awesome. Yeah, shiny hunting streams I found are really, really good for chat interaction because the gameplay is like tedious and monotonous enough that I can kind of do it and also just completely watch chat the entire time. So I like doing these ones where and being able to just like talk to chat. Obviously, I also enjoy like the more story-heavy ones and stuff, but it just makes it so that I have to like respond to chat a little bit more conservatively. Maybe Kool-Aid Man was at my house. Might be. Although he's the shape of a Kool-Aid pitcher, not a man, so that part doesn't check out. Feel a little better. I'm in a Pokemon Showdown tournament to loser bracket, but I could still make a comeback to the finals for the prize if I win that. Nice! Well, I'm sorry that you got kicked to the loser's bracket, but it's good that it's double elimination, so at the very least you got another shot. One first round of loser bracket at least. That's good. That's good. So you got an unlucky first matchup. Well, I wish you luck. I've never done any of the like competitive tournaments or anything like that, so I feel like I would do very, very poorly. But I'm glad to have you here, Chevron. Also, thank you so much, Lucien, for posting that command. You're a winner in our hearts. Exactly. Chevrino is a winner in our hearts. The unluckiest ever. He had Legend, Pseudo, and Ultra Beast. I had Ninetales, Ribombee, and Hitmontop. Oof. Yeah, that is in fact unlucky. Dang. Legend, Pseudo, and Ultra Beast versus Cute Doggo, very fall friendly Bug, and Midget Fighter. Crazy. If you were cool with it, you should use speed up button for the hunt to make it go faster. I don't want to do that just because I feel like it kind of takes away from the grind of getting a shiny. I could use speed up to make it go faster, but first of all, the sound would be really annoying. Like, it's really annoying to listen to this all the time. Second of all, it would feel like I was cheating. So I'm going to stick with just not using speed up if at all possible. But, you know, if we get to like 30,000 encounters or something like that and we're still struggling, at some point I might give in and use it, but for now I'm going to try and just not use it. Yeah, everyone, speed up gives everyone a headache if you listen to it for too long. We'd have to turn off the game music and throw on something else. And this game music is awesome, so. That being said, even the match I just won had a Seeking, but my opponent got greedy trying to set up, so I got him. Nice. Well, I'm glad that you were able to eke out a victory. How come when a ship delivers something, it's called cargo, but in a car, it's called a shipment? Yeah, also, why do you park in a driveway and drive on a parkway? That's why I said if you were cool with it. I know some people can think it's cheating and some people prefer it. I mean, like, I don't think it's cheating in, like, a regular, like, nuzlocke or playthrough or anything like that, but specifically for shiny hunting, this series is going to be long enough as it is. I don't really feel Alright. Microphone's back. And next up, game audio. I hear something. That's, yep. Slowly but surely, getting everything back in order. Speakers, come on, speakers. There we go. And now I just need to turn on the emulator again. There we go. We're back. There we go. Let's go. It's kind of peaceful. All right. Well, thank you so much for sticking around, everyone. I'm sorry this keeps happening. I really don't know why. It's really frustrating, gotta be honest. But we are back. We are gonna go back into this. And oh, shut up, Karen. Leave me alone. All right, and we're good to go. Let's keep getting those encounters. I did press increment it once by accident, so I'm gonna just leave this one. Alrighty. But thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for 31 likes as well. I get it. Karen caused the crash. Yeah, it's probably Karen's fault. We'll blame Karen. Frickin' Karen. I think from now on, whenever a crash happens with this emulator, I'm just gonna go, frickin' Karen. Karen detected. Oops. No, well, no, I guess I'm headbutting this zigzag by accident. Alright, neat. Hey, ZZ Bottom's level 32 now. Neat. Beautiful. Let me speak to your manager. Honestly, it might just be that my computer's trying to do too many things at once, and every once in a while it's just freezing up. Who knows? Have I dropped? I've literally not dropped any frames on my OBS though, so I feel like it's just the emulator is having some issues every once in a while. To be honest, my crew was online tonight, but I know a bunch of them are busy too. I did mean to bring more of a raid. Nope, not first time I've solo raided though. No worries, Cheverino. I appreciate it no matter what. Any raid is more than welcome here, and I really appreciate that. Solo, is that how Uranium got shut down? What happened with Uranium? Like Pokemon Uranium, the fan-made game, that got shut down? Karen complained to the manager at Nintendo and forced them to make your emulator crash. Oh, that's probably that. Nintendo didn't appreciate it. I mean, they don't appreciate anything, but I didn't realize it was literally like shut down. Because I have it. I do have it. I know to play that. I didn't know they shut it down. Rip a legend. Yeah, I mean, I have it. I don't think... Did they actually, like, shut it down to the point where you can't download it? That's crazy if they did. It was so well made, too. A lot of work went into that. It was amazing. Papa Nintendo is a grumpy old sourpuss. Yeah, seriously. They should be welcoming this. It does nothing but bring them more fans to the series and bring them more enthusiasm to their product. It's not like people are going to play Uranium and not buy other official Pokemon games. Now you have to be a little more clever, but you can still get it. Okay, well, that's good at least. Now too many ROMs to shut down, basically. Yeah. There's no way they were gonna be able to, like, if anyone has already had it downloaded, there's no way that it was gonna be gone forever. I have Insurgents at least in case that goes down too. Yeah, honestly, at this point, I should probably download all of the different frickin' fan-made ones before they get taken down. It's a good idea. Did I press it? No, whatever. I'll pretend I did. Seems high enough that I did. But yeah, it's such a shame that Nintendo is so stingy and unrelenting towards those types of things. Like, fan-made games are like so good for the company and not at all infringing on anything. Kind of like YouTube covers. Technically, they're illegal unless officially released, but on like Spotify or something similar, if you just put out a YouTube cover, technically can. Yeah, yep. I also think that's kind of dumb, because like, I don't know. I mean, it's one thing if you're monetizing it. I get that at the very least, but if you're not monetizing it, then I think you should be able to do it just because, like, you know, it brings more awareness to the original product, whether it's a cover, whether it's a fan-made version of a game, that kind of stuff. It just brings more awareness and more publicity, and it's not like it's a zero-sum game where if you are playing a fan-made game, you're not going to buy the original. I mean, there might be some people that happens with, but for the most part, it's, if anything, it's going to make people more excited about your product and make them want to play your game more. Like, for example, if someone finds Pokemon Uranium and is like, oh my goodness, this is so much fun, I should try the actual Pokemon games, then they might be able to come in and you might get a new fan for life out of that. They can take them all down because there are a lot of very unknown ones that they would have to look very hard for. Exactly, yeah. Flora, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining. Hope you're doing well. We are just doing some shiny hunting for Manectric. And having a good time talking about some fan-made games and such. Also, just as a fair warning, if this does happen again, we've now 4 times this stream had it where my emulator freezes up and it kicks all of my audio off so that you can't hear anything I'm saying. So if that does happen again, it's not on your end, it's on my computer's end. My computer's just being a butt, and I should probably reset it to re-establish the sound drive. The creator of the fan-made game was making a bunch of money off of it. I can kind of understand it, but if there's no loss to them if it's a free fan game. Exactly my thought, Solo. I feel the exact same way. Good luck on the hunt, my man. Thank you so much, Matt. I appreciate you. Glad to see you. Hope you're doing well, and we're doing all right so far. Obviously, we haven't made nearly enough progress for me to be upset with my shiny luck yet, so I'm still feeling good. Chaos Hunt begin. Ooh, a Chaos Shiny Hunt. How would that work? You know what would be really, really cool with that kind of thing is if you were to if you were to do like a Chaos Shiny Lock. When you get encounters, you can't see the sprite. You would only see, like, the sparkle. And then, once you catch the Mon, then you know what the Mon is. That could be really fun. I feel like that'd be a fun way to go about a Nuzlocke. Like, a blind Nuzlocke. I'm headed to bed, but great chatting with you again. Good luck, and hope to see you at 750 subscribers soon. Thank you so much, John. Really appreciated you being able to hang out for so long. Have a great night, and I hope to see you around sometime soon, and thank you so much for the well wishes. We're working on it. We're going to try our best to get there as soon as possible. But, you know, even if we never hit that, I'm still so grateful for all of you being here. I think the thought from Nintendo's view is that if fan-made games, while not monetized, take money from making opportunities away from themselves, so no bueno. Doesn't make it right, but that's my suspicion. I'm sure that they have some sort of reasoning like that. I can come up with their logic. Just don't think it's sound. Like, I can see them thinking, oh, this is, you know, this is our property. Even if they're not making money off of it, it's infringing on our copyright. They theoretically are taking money away from us because someone might choose this game over one of our products, and it's our IP. So we should be getting money off of this, and they're not, and you know, we can't control them, so we're going to just get rid of them. And it's also, you know, probably partially that, you know, if you got a Pokemon game that masquerades as official Pokemon stuff, it's a possible liability for their brand image and stuff like that. But I can come up with explanations, but I just think that none of it's really all that sound. I can confirm that Ectric deserves at least 100k subscribers. Well, I really appreciate that sentiment, Jordan. That is very, very kind of you to say. I don't know that I'll ever get to 100,000. I think that's a huge, huge goal. I mean, obviously, I would love to one day be able to have that huge of an audience. I don't know that it will ever happen, but if it does, I will be beyond grateful. And if it never happens, I'm completely content with being able to stream to all of you lovely folks. 500k, you mean? You guys are very kind. Thank you. I think oh, I already read that one. Sorry. There's a fan-made Pokemon game where you have a gun and hunt Pokemon, and the final boss is Mewtwo. See, like, that, they probably would not appreciate that, that being associated with their brand. So I get that, for sure, but, you know. At the same time, I think people are smart enough to realize, oh, this one where you shoot Pokemon and have a gun probably isn't an official Pokemon game, and Nintendo isn't responsible for it. Oh my goodness, now we're in the millions. I highly doubt I'm ever gonna get to 5 million, but you know, that crazier things have happened. I could hit the lottery like that. Honestly, I'm just looking to be able to do this as long as you'll watch, and as long as there are people to watch. You mean 10 million? Oh boy. Soon we'll be getting above the total population of Earth, I'm sure. When you hit a Kakuna, it spins like a Beyblade. It's kind of funny. Oh, in that the Pokemon fan-made game, that's funny. That is very funny. You mean 100 million? Mr. Beast isn't even at 100. Well, I guess he is at 100 million. Wait, did he actually hit 100 million total? Like, you mean literally every single user on YouTube? Yeah, I'm like that one U2 album. I just automatically get you just automatically get subscribed to my channel when you create an account, and everyone hates it. 2 billion subscribers. I think we'll go to 500, and then we're going to try and find someone to raid, because we've been going for over 3 hours at this point, and I should probably get to bed. We can do this all day, night, depending on where you live. You mean every user on YouTube, plus they all make an alt account to sub. Ah, the muffin button, yes. I love DBZA, it's so funny. It's such, I need to watch, I should rewatch it. Actually, Team 4 Star has actually been putting out videos of them doing director's commentary for all of the Dragon Ball Z Abridged series. I think they just finished up the Saiyan Saga, so I feel like I want to go watch that, because I feel like it'd be really interesting to hear what they have to say about their work, and, you know, the behind the scenes and all that. Oops. May not be permanent, but would still work for a time. Well, yes, but we'll need more users on YouTube. Yes, everyone should start working for YouTube to get more people on YouTube, just so that they can then subscribe to me to get my subscriber count above 4 billion. Those have been interesting to watch. Oh, you're a fan of DBZ as well, Maple Cookies? That's awesome. I need to start watching them, because I've seen all of DBZA multiple times at this point. I've not been watching their director's cuts, though. Somebody say muffin button? Where did you find a muffin? Where did you get that muffin? Muffin button? I didn't install a muffin button. Well, it was there. They just dropped a commentary on the Legacy of Goku, I think. I'm gonna check that out. Yeah, they, I think it was the Bardock one. I don't know if that's called Legacy of Goku, but, it might be, but it was, Son of Bardock, I think it was what they called it. And they just did a commentary on it. You mean the entire population of Earth, and they all make 5 alt accounts, each aka crap ton? No? Something like 35 billion, right? Ish? Somewhere between 35 and 42 billion? Oh, I haven't been incrementing. Whoops. Been trying to get Frosty Lemon to do his own abridged. He actually does a bunch of their voices. Oh, really? That's awesome. Yeah, I really I can't do too many of the voices. At one point I was able to do Krillin pretty well. I was able to do Marek from Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged pretty well. Ignore me! But for the most part, I'm not super good at the voices of DBZ. DBZA is awesome. I almost prefer it more to the original at this point. Honestly, same. At this point, when I imagine like the Dragon Ball voices, especially for like Vegeta and Krillin and Master Roshi and stuff like that, I actually imagine the voices of DBZA's voice actors at this point over the English dub. I can do Nappa pretty well. I can do Pegasus from Yu-Gi-Oh! Probably too well. Ooh, Yuki boy. Yeah, I can do. I love Pegasus' voice in Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridged as well. It's so good. Same there, Vegeta's on point. Seriously, Lanny Patora is incredible as Vegeta. Tried to watch Dragon Ball, but it just wasn't for me. Maybe I'll give it another shot in a while. Honestly, if you're looking for an entry point to it, you could watch DBZA. It does cover the story all the way from the beginning of DBZA through the one before last arc. Unfortunately, they are not going to do the last arc because they were having a ton of issues with copyright and stuff like that. But it does tell the story very well, if in a comedic manner. Obviously, you'd probably get more out of it if you already knew the story, but I feel like you could watch it and just enjoy the comedy for what it is. Now I feel like I should watch DBZ. DBZ is fun. DBZ is fun. God, I thought I froze for a second. Ectric sus. Welcome to the stream, Mike. Thanks so much. I'm sorry I missed your other message, but glad to have you here, and I suppose I am a little sus, aren't I? Also, going back to the DBZA voices, I feel like Nappa is like, oh, I can do like somewhat-ish well, like Vegeta. DBZ is very good, and DBZA does a great job of telling the story just funnier. Exactly. I agree. Trying to think of some of the other iconic voices. Oh yeah, Nail. You got what's his name? The Guru. Super Kami Guru. I don't want to watch too many shows at once. Yeah, I definitely get that. I'm watching a ton of shows at this point, and I'm trying not to watch too many. I still need to finish up Black Clover. I've been on a little bit of hiatus from watching that. Just trying to stick to the ones that catch my eye. Definitely makes sense. I could do the old man Kami voice, but not the cooler sounding Kami one. Oh yeah, where he was just like, okay, how's it going? Yeah, I definitely get that. They did change some of the voices from the beginning to the end, so I definitely think that the newest voices are probably the best iteration of them too. So I can probably see that was autocorrect's fault. Yeah, I figured. I autocorrected for you, or re-autocorrected, auto-uncorrected. Anyways, I think I've already said before of what I'm watching currently. I'm not sure you have actually, but even if you have, go ahead and recap it. I'm good with that. If anyone wants something to watch, I will recommend Assassination Classroom Until the Day I Die. Is that an anime, or is it a live action? I've never heard of it. Alright, let's see. We'll go 3 more encounters to get us to 500 on the counter, and then we'll call it. Cyberpunk. Oh, you did mention that. That's right. That's awesome. It's an anime? Awesome. I will have to check it out. I've got a pretty long laundry list of animes I want to watch. I want to watch Attack on Titan. I do want to watch Hunter x Hunter. I also want to watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I want to watch Naruto. Eventually, I'm going to get the gumption to start watching One Piece. But yeah, there's a bunch of animes I want to watch, but I can definitely add it to the list. Oh yeah, Spy X Family I also heard was really good. Class has to try to kill their teacher who threatened to blow up the Earth unless he's killed before graduation. Oh, that's so cool. That's such a cool concept. I like that. Cyberpunk Edge Runners is an anime as well. Gotcha. It's based off of the game, right? Or like the characters in the game, at least, right? Alright, no shinies today. That's okay. Also, he can move at Mach 10 speed and basically an alien, but still Earthborn. Oh, interesting. Only 3 anime I've seen are DBZ, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Pokemon, and I know them pretty well. Yeah, those were like the 3 that I watched growing up. I would say that I didn't really watch much of the Yu-Gi-Oh or much of the Pokemon anime. I watched a decent amount of the Yu-Gi-Oh anime from Duelist Kingdom Battle City semifinals, and then after that I stopped watching. But the first anime like I actually watched where I was like, okay, I'm watching an anime, realizing it's an anime, and I'm realizing I'm gonna watch an anime, was One Punch Man. I loved One Punch Man. Then I went and watched Sword Art Online fairly recently, and that started me on an anime binge of Sword Art Online. Oh no, I watched the original Dragon Ball in college. Then I watched Sword Art Online this year. Then after that I watched My Dress Up Darling, which was amazing. I watched, what was it? Don't Toy It With Me, Miss Nagatoro, which was basically the same thing as My Dress Up Darling, except slightly worse, but I still enjoyed it. There was also Your Lie in April, which I really loved the characters, but I didn't like the story that much. I also watched My Hero Academia, which I absolutely loved. I watched, I'm in the middle of watching Black Clover, and I tried watching Rent a Girlfriend, but did not enjoy it. Yeah, I know the game. It's really good so far. Nice, nice. Just now realizing how long 100 counters is. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot for sure. He already blew up 3/4 of the moon before the show starts. Oh, dang. Everyone loves Battle City. Battle City is awesome. Got the dual discs. That's great. He's also addicted to adult magazines. Ah, okay, cool. Do you own a black truck? I do not own a black truck. No. I can do DBZA Roshi voice too. Oh, nice, nice. There's also like Turtle. Oh, okay. I'm Turtle. Yeah. So, some of those voices are pretty fun and iconic. So, I would definitely say so. Let's go find someone to raid though. Before the music's gonna cut out. Sorry about that. I can't get it to play music when the window's not focused for no reason whatsoever. Let's maximize this. Let's see who's live. We could go raid Common Collecting. We could raid Monarchy. Let's raid Monarchy. Cheverino was trying to get her to 1K. Is it hashtag Ectric raid? It is in fact hashtag Ectric raid. We're gonna go raid Monarchy, who is playing some Pokemon Unite. So we're going to go and grab her link real quick. And we're going to try and get her some more subscribers because she is doing some awesome stuff as well. So we're going to do a hashtag Ectric raid. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I really had a ton of fun. Thank you so much for sticking around even with the technical difficulties. I really appreciate you being here. If you enjoyed this and you have not already, consider liking and subscribing. It helps out the channel. You'll be able to catch every single stream that we do on this channel as they come out, and you'll have a wonderful time doing it. But regardless, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night, and I will see you over in Monarchy's chat. Have a great night.